hello friends, welcome friends, how's it going today? Hope things are good for you, for sure, and yeah, thanks for hanging out with me as the day begins. Always a lovely thing, through and through and through, and I want to say, you personally, Slivers, you personally, Blue Link, I mean, many of you have hypothesized previously that you are the only real viewer and everyone else is a bot. Other people have claimed to be every chatter simultaneously. Today I've decided I will buy into the conspiracy theories. Certainly there's only one chatter and it's all of you. And also birds are not real. Furthermore, there's little spacemen on Mars waiting for us to discover them and turn us into werewolves. Oh, it's gonna be good. I don't know. Anyway, unnamed comment, good seeing you. Hello, Jim. Veterans Day indeed. If you celebrate Veterans Day, happy Veterans Day. Thank you much indeed for, doing part of your life, doing kind of things that go beyond just you. That's a good thing no matter what you do. Hello to you today, Flu. How's it going, Rocks? Pepper, welcome back. Unnamed comment again, hello. Hope today's better for you than a moment ago. It's good to see you today, Jack. Jack is talking about a song that I very much enjoy. I put over in the Discord earlier. I'm late today because I listened to it over and over again. Honestly, probably 5 or 6 times this morning. It's by Imogen Heap, a song called Hide and Seek. And she does a lot of really interesting things with her voice in it and looping and things like that that I don't understand but are pretty cool anyway. So I'm sorry for being late, but it was for a good cause, the cause of aesthetics. Ah, there you go. Rog, hello. Steve, it's good seeing you. George, welcome in. How we doing today, Slivers? Klaus, you're definitely a bot. I knew it. I had suspicions about you all the way through. Hello, Kardashian. What is up today? Franz says, Anno 117 Pax Romana. Franz, good seeing you. When does that game come out? I do intend to play the Anno games. I really enjoy them. I just don't know when the next one's coming out, but I'd be very happy to play it when it is. Though we are in the middle of an EU5 playthrough right now. We started it yesterday. I enjoyed myself. One day. Does that mean it comes out tomorrow? Or it comes out instead in one day, like eventually, like someday it will come out. If tomorrow... I don't know what to do. Didn't expect that answer. If so, alright, if I missed saying hello to you, I apologize, but I'm glad you're here. Pope Dorito says, you don't know what to do with the Anno games. Start off strong, but then get decision paralysis. I mean, you just need to pick, and it's probably the wrong choice, but it's your choice, and you go forward. And my sense of Anno is, there are very few mistakes one can make in production chains that cannot be repaired. Like, it is the case that one is able to always deconstruct things, step back a little bit, and do it again. That's why I like Anno. Like, rarely does one get an absolute game over condition, and that feels nice for a builder for sure. Pre-order access is active tomorrow. Wait. Pre-order access is active right now. Tomorrow's official release. How am I so far out of awareness of what games are coming out? I mean, I know the answer to that. I just don't read the newspaper. Or the problem is, actually, I do read the newspaper, and I don't read gaming information. Yeah, we'll play it soon. I don't know when. Probably not tomorrow. I'm intending to stay with the EU5 for the rest of this week, I think, and then we'll probably do Anno next week. I've enjoyed all of them I've played. Both of them I've played, I guess, and I'll be curious to see how this one stacks up also. I definitely did not contact the devs, so I do not have a copy, but I'll purchase one for our collective enjoyment pretty darn soon. And maybe they'll have an early release offering of 10% off or something, and we'll make use of the coupon. Anyway, I have a bit of a cold. I'm in the early phase of the cold where I feel the tickle at the back of my throat. I feel something being a little bit strange inside of my head, and I've been around long enough to know what's coming next. I'm hoping it's not a really bad one. I'm hoping I'll be able to stream throughout it. Usually I can, but I think I've decided for the first time However, I'm actually going to record my class today and have the students watch me online instead of going in and making everyone ill or having to teach with a mask on. Today is a day of the semester. It's always very lecture heavy. It's one of the days I need to get a lot of ideas on the table quickly. And if we do a call and response, amen routine, then it leads to never getting through all of it. So I think I'm going to do like a stream for today's class. Now, I guess I could do a live stream. I guess that's just a Zoom meeting, but I could like stream to some random Twitch channel and require the students to make Twitch accounts, and then say, to use this service, you gotta pay $5.99. You can send it to twitch.tv/resorty. No, we wouldn't do that, but I'll probably just record it and then send it to the students. Yeah, and I think unfortunately, in order to do this effectively, because a lot of concepts very quickly, I either need to make a PowerPoint, or maybe today is the day I finally get the iPad to talk to the computer in such a way that I can draw on the iPad and have it appear on the screen. I do not know how to do this. I will learn, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. And maybe I'll go ahead and post the video for you all. If I don't include too many identifying comments, perhaps an actual class session would be interesting. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Streamer and professor become one. I mean, yeah, like I've said before, there's not so much distance between them. Except as my students say, I'm funnier on stream. That's fine. I become Pirate Software. Wait, Pirate Software is the fellow who has opinions about everything, right? Pirate Software is the fellow who knows better than you about this and that. I've never seen him. I know he's the one who managed to, here we go, hack the YouTube algorithm in such a way that everyone was seeing his videos for a short period, and he grew very quickly on Twitch because of that. How am I becoming Pirate Software? I'm not playing World of Warcraft and refusing to apologize for errors. If you're not part of like the broader Twitch ecosphere, that is good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that is good. Yes, I forgot to say I'm sorry for making a mistake that led to a huge amount of time loss. He uses MS Paint to explain points. I have done that at times. I do wonder if I would be clearer in my explanations to you all if I did pull out MS Paint or otherwise present information quickly. Visually, I'm someone who's more comfortable with just words, and I don't know. I don't know exactly. Regardless, what do I have to share with you? Oh, I went to a talk last night. The topic of the talk was the role of empathy in diplomacy. And I thought this idea was so darn interesting. And I showed up for the panel discussion, and I sat there with my little notebook ready to think about the merging of things I care about. Diplomacy, not so much, but about empathy, and empathy in the political sphere as at least a really interesting idea to think about and to respond to. And so it was a student-run panel in which 2 students and 3 professors were on the stage talking about these things. And the very first student question from the stage was, professors, please respond to the topic as described. What is the role of empathy in diplomacy? We'll go first to the professor of international affairs. Professor of International Affairs begins with, well, as you all know, I'm an unreconstructed Cold Warrior who's glad that everything in the past 70 years has happened as it does. There is no role for empathy in diplomacy. It is all about power. I begin awkwardly shaking from side to side, ready, number one, to recognize that I have wasted my entire evening if this is the quality of the conversation. And then number 2, immediately wanting to argue with this fellow, immediately. But I say to myself, it's fine, there are 2 other professors on stage, right? Or on stage with him. I'm sure they'll push back, but they don't. One's an economist, so has no real opinions about the question, and the other one is a junior professor who I think doesn't want to upset his senior professor, So the entire evening is like knocking on empathy and talking about it as a kind of weakness, except insofar as it can be used strategically. If you're empathetic for a moment, you're able to discover the things that your opposition, and they talk about opposition, wants, in order to use it against them. And I get so worked up. So I start, taking my notes empathetically in their phrasing, which say to identify the weak points. I was so ready to learn. I was so ready to get some serious ideas about how we can, move past this very awkward moment of politics just as power. And there's a really fascinating new book out by the former Prime Minister of New Zealand, Ardern, about a new kind of leadership on the global stage that is based in part on empathy. And so I thought they were going to engage with her ideas. I thought they were going to, at least be in the neighborhood of imagining more than, again, an unreconstructed Cold Warrior ready to take on all comers to resist Soviet occupation or whatever it is. Diplomacy is good for psychopaths. I mean, the professor is a human, and in his ordinary human life, he has children, he has a family, he cares about certain things, but he's able to engage in this profound diremption in which he then says, but in our professional spheres, in our political spheres, we ignore all of that. And that is horrible. So, like I said, I begin taking a lot of notes, and I end up with a tripartite question, in which I will thank them and give a softball kind of thought. Then number two, I will make some funny jokes for the crowd, and then number three, I'll ask this very direct question about even if we claim that diplomacy is not based in moral values like empathy, isn't it the case that a lot of politics are? And we can't forget about that element of diplomacy, namely the will of the body politic. So recently, when, I guess 5 years ago now, when Ukraine gets invaded, how do, Westerners especially respond to this? It's not a moment of, this is bad for NATO, or, this is bad for, this is bad for American power worldwide. No, it's the empathetic moment of, oh my goodness, these people's homes are being invaded, right? And so if there's such a terrible split between the diplomatic stance and the political stance in a democracy, something horrible's happened. And so the question I wanted to ask was, why is it that we take on the position of the bully when considering our international stances? Why is it that we're sitting here as we are the most powerful, and so when we engage in these discussions, we take it from what's good for me, where do I get more strength? And so I had this question ready to go. And so, as always, when it comes to question time, I do not ask the question first. These are for the students, and so the students ask the first question. And the first student's question about all of this was, so tell me, about the rise of right politics in the world. A question not about empathy. It could have been about empathy, but it wasn't. And the panelists consume all of question time talking about this topic. And because the moderators are students, they don't know how to tell the professors to stop talking so that other people can ask questions too. And so all of question time is about something unrelated to empathy, and my evening has been wasted, and I get really worked up with no ability to express my response to it. And that is why I am now ranting at you, because I've had these feelings inside of me and I haven't been able to get them all out. So there you go. Number one, the state of the world today from the very high level of international affairs, at least the kind that is taught in my university. And number two, I feel bad about it, and I didn't get a chance to ask what I take to be the hard but important question. of why can't we be unified folks who recognize that there's more to power, or if you prefer, what is the goal of power, right? If we're accruing power for power's sake, what comes next? It is the stance of the bully who just wants power to dominate. Is that really the best we can hope for? And that's too bad that didn't get expressed at all last night, and we didn't get to think about, the human enterprise that comes with all of our plotting imaginations. And honestly, I want to say last night, I felt like these people were playing a paradox game. Like, the people in the story just became numbers. Numbers who were either part of our culture or not part of our culture. Can I take over? And that's, like, horrible. Anyway, I'm probably emailing these professors. I'm probably going to email each of them and say, here's your colleague from philosophy going rabble, rabble, rabble for a little while. Thank you for your talk. I learned a lot. Here's my rabble, rabble. Anyway, Tonto, I thank you for the resubscription. 1 full year. A lot of you are getting your 1 year in recently. I thank you for it immensely. It is very kind and good of you to subscribe to our channel. I thank you very much indeed. This is not a therapy stream. That was not therapy. Maybe it was. Maybe a little bit of therapy, because the person with whom I want to talk is not here. And so the back and forth becomes merely me speaking to myself via the other that is the therapist. Very well fine. Maybe it's the human animal, there always has to be an alpha. This is a terrible way to look at the world. This is a terrible way to look at the world. I think like the standard example is, the wolf studies in which we say, look, mammals have alphas and betas, and this study was done in captivity, and the professor who did the work has disavowed it as being not good research, and also not applying outside of non-human animals, if anywhere. So, yeah. There's been a meme going around you may have seen about what people would do if they found a time machine, right? The standard old reference was, oh, we should go kill this evil person to save the world, right? Whatever. The joke recently has been, if we find the time machine, we should go find the man who does the wolf studies and develops language of alpha betas in mammals and kill him instead in order to stop the proliferation of this way of talking in bro culture instead. It's not clear that we need to be dominated. It's not clear that we're always vying for power. There are lots of situations, I don't know, it's called friendship, or sharing, or education, or whatever else, in which we're able to, not dominate. So there's okay, here we go. There's a really interesting brand of, I don't know, we'll call it left theory. Feminism is part of it, I think, in many cases, but it claims that like the greatest progression we as humans need is to free ourselves of the desires to dominate and to be dominated throughout our lives. Right? The ability to stand on our own as a valuable person and to have other people recognize as valuable people. And this kind of reciprocal relationship in which we like have a fundamental understanding of personhood is respectful, it would be the next step in humanity, right? We've had many generations, a very long time. We must have a lord, we must have a boss, we must have a king, right? These dominators and the desire to be dominated. I think Foucault developed this in the realm of sexuality, but it can be generalized out to lots of other things. Anyway, enough about that. I apologize. Fei Lin, do you want to hear an amusing story? I don't know why you come in always and say, do you want to hear? Just type it. Just type. I will read what's in chat. I would like to read a story if it's not too long. That is that. Okay, other than that, last night Nams and I had a lovely little dinner at a lovely little cafe. Except as we were there having our delicious food, oh man. On all sides of us, people were coughing. And the first time it happened, Noms made her standard joke. Hee hee, ha ha, we all have COVID now. And then the second person started coughing, and they had 3 coughs in a row. And Noms made a second joke, and that joke was, I hope that's not the zombie plague. And then a third person coughed. And we looked at each other and realized that the city of Tokyo has become infected with a flu or a cold or something. And like I said, this morning I'm showing symptoms of the same. I don't know if I picked it up at the cafe. I don't know how long the incubation period is for this kind of thing, but yeah, it is not a nice moment when one is sitting somewhere and enjoying oneself, and then suddenly the sounds of disease everywhere. So that's how it goes. All right, Phelan's story. If this is not actually funny, I will ban you. This morning, your wife offered you a croissant. You looked at the 2 she had, 1 plain and 1 almond. She said, you can have the regular one, the almond one is mine. I glared at her, she growled at me, we both started giggling. What am I missing? What am I missing? Is there a joke here? You can have the regular one, the almond one is mine. The almond one... Is this just we enjoy each other's company and we have nice moments? You said it's only amusing. Oh God, okay. Next time you want to tell an amusing story, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Anyway, I'm glad that you had a nice time with your wife. That's lovely. It is nice to have nice times. That's good. And thank you for giving us a smile this morning. I'm sorry. The problem when people put long messages in chat, I'm always looking for the pun or the wordplay or the cultural reference I'm missing. Especially like our friend Klaus. Klaus puts these very, very long messages in there that always have a piece of wordplay, and I miss it regularly. Like, expecting that, but okay. Oh man, thank you again, Phelan. Okay, I apologize that some of you are saying you cough out of habits. Truthfully, until fairly recently, maybe until a year and a half ago, I had what I refer to as my post-prandial cough. After eating basically anything, I would have a round of coughing. Not with every bite, but after a full meal, I would cough some. Have you heard of this? Do you have this yourself? What is it? Why does it occur? Is it a sign of a major disease? Should I be talking to a doctor right now? But it'd be often, walking away from table or leaving a restaurant, we'd have 2 or 3 little coughs. I don't know. Something, trachea, something, swallowing. I don't know. I'm just getting old. But I think I had it back in my 20s. It's GERD. That's something about reflux, right? Acid reflux. Maybe. I don't remember feeling any burning or anything, which I thought was a symptom also. You get phlegm after eating. Oh, is this today? I'm going to rant about the Cold War. We're going to have a cute interaction with our spouses, and then we're going to use the word phlegm. That's probably right. It might be something involving that. I know that the body does various things to prepare for and respond to, the activity of eating or other bodily activities. For example, if one knows that they're going to vomit, you'll often notice that you begin salivating heavily to, lubricate the tract and so on. There you go. We yelled about the wolves for a while. Man, today has been all over the place. It really is the case that the last night did not go well, and so I didn't want to unload on beloved Noms because she had a rough day at work. We talked about things unrelated to big ideas, just so we have a nice evening. And so this, all of last night, I was thinking to myself, "Don't you worry, Resorty. You can always tell chat." And now here you are, and I thank you for being here. Link says, good seeing you. Thanks for the follow a moment ago. I'm glad that this content is what you're looking for here on twitch.tv. Friends, it's time for us to do a little game called the Word of the Day. What is today's Word of the Day? Oh, before that, I saw on Reddit American 7-Eleven Japanese sandwich. It's arrived. It's arrived, my friends. Maybe not every American 7-Eleven, but there you go. The big old tasty bread with big old slathering of incredibly sweet egg filling apparently has arrived. I mentioned previously that the Japanese side of 7-Eleven was going to be making the American side more like itself, and so there you go. I don't know how good they taste. If you haven't tried them yet, I encourage it. This is not the same kind of bread that we have here in Japan. We have a lighter bread called milk bread instead, but at least the filling should be the same. We'll see, we'll see. Egg salad from a vending machine. Is there anything worse? No. Okay. I'm now going to make an appeal to authority. I'm going to make an appeal to authority who has relevant knowledge. Anthony Kaczynski. Who's that? Post-punk keyboard. Oh, this guy. He's part of the magnetic fields. Anyway, I'm going to make an appeal to authority to Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain. Best food in Tokyo. There we go. Must. Go away, please. No. Okay. 5 Tokyo must try foods he swore by. Let's scroll. What is number 1? I give you the Japanese egg salad sandwich. We do not say this is not to be trusted. We do not say egg salad sandwiches are not good from the convenience store or the vending machine. This is one of the greatest export that the nation has ever had. Fancy computers? No. Cars that are reliable? Trash. What matters is Lawson, especially sandwiches. Also, Family Mart, quite good. I think 7-Eleven is in 3rd place for me, but they're still pretty good. He was in hospital with food poisoning afterwards. He still recommends it. He stocked Kewpie to make it at home. Yeah, Kewpie mayo. For a while there, for my lunchtime sandwich, I was having my white bread with a piece of cheese and some Kewpie mayonnaise. And then I looked to see the calories in this mayonnaise. I said, okay, no more. The bread and cheese is more than enough. But there you go, team. I thank you for tolerating blather about this and that. It is now time, as mentioned, for the word of the day. Friends, word of the day today is doughty. Doughty is the word of the day.
Doughty.
Yeah, there you go. Do you know this word? Doughty. It's a very unusual word. It's a one that, yeah, some people confuse it with dowdy, D-O-W-D-Y, but doughty, there you go, word of the day. Give me your Y's, give me your N's. Are we learning today? Gosh, I hope so. At least one person doesn't know it. It is a day of learning. Here we go. I bet this word is more commonly used in British English. Hello to you. Mao or Stalin? I mean, of the two, I'll take Mao. I tend to lean in directions of, well, other thinkers will say. But yeah, good seeing you. Absolutely. A dowdy is a word with an old-fashioned flair used to describe someone who's brave, strong, and determined. The monument celebrates the doughty townspeople who fended off invaders centuries ago. Brave, strong, determined. Did you know? There's no doubt that doughty has persevered in the English language. It's traceable all the way back to the Old English word dotig. But how to pronounce it? One might assume that doughty should be pronounced as doughty, paralleling similarly spelled words like bought and sought, or perhaps with a long O as in dough. But the vowel sound in doughty is the same as doubt, and in fact, over centuries, doughty's spelling was sometimes confused with that of the now obsolete word doughty, namely full of doubt. Doughty. He is feeling doughty. I hate that. I mean, obviously an obsolete word. Could I ever imagine saying, I mean, this situation is doughty? I could imagine saying just for a bit of fun, but no, that feels gross. Anyway, the word dowdy could be the reason we have the pronunciation we do today. The homophonous dowdy, namely having a dull or uninteresting appearance, can also be a source of confusion. An easy way to remember the difference is you can't spell doughty without the letters in tough, meaning physically and emotionally strong. Yes, the homophones of dowdy and dowdy, meaning either strong and powerful or looking kind of boring. I think dowdy is most commonly used unfairly of like what middle-aged to older women. Let's see, a dowdy person. Do we get middle-aged women first? Yeah, this is not dowdy. What are you talking about? No, this is lovely. I mean, maybe not the socks. I mean, who am I to judge people's clothing? This is lovely though, Jungle Skater. Did you post this only so I could say you're lovely? I don't know. That's very nice, very nice. Anyway. Yeah, this kind of person here I think is who we think when we say doughty all the way. There's sandals and socks. I think they're not sandals. I think they're heels of some sort, hobbit core. Yeah, the green and brown together I'm such a fan of. Though 2 years ago, I've mentioned before, I teach regularly in a button-up and some pants of some sort, and I kind of just mix and match between my khakis, my jeans, my brown pants, whatever. There was a day I was teaching in green pants, white button up. Yes. Obviously, I am this fit. So roughly this, though certainly buttoned up more, I don't show my chest hair, or more rightly, my undershirt. And a student came up afterwards and said, "You remind me of a cartoon character. You remind me of Peter Griffin." I appreciate that my students are willing to be honest with me. I appreciate that we have that kind of relationship. But never before did I feel quite so embarrassed about what I was actually wearing. So, no more Peter Griffin dress. Unfortunately, it goes in the direction of being a bit doughty through and through. All right, time for the secondary word of the day bits. Name that antonym, a word meaning the opposite. Fill in the blanks to complete an antonym of dowdy. What do you got, team? Do you see it? Do you see it? Not doughty, but I got it. You got it? It is timorous. Timorous, I believe. What is the origin of timorous? I suspect it's someone's name. Let's see if that's true. I mean, timid, of course, is the same word. No, timere mean to fear, of course. Timid and timorous don't just have similar spellings and meanings, they're etymologically related as well. Both words ultimately derive from Latin verb timere, meaning to fear. The immediate ancestor of timid is Latin timidus, with the same meaning as timid, whereas timorous traveled to Middle English by way of Latin noun timor, meaning fear, and medieval Latin adjective timorosus. Timid is the more common of the two, blah, 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 blah. Enough about that one. Isn't there's obviously the country, or the island of Timor. Isn't there a person with this name? Who am I thinking of? Yeah, Greek mythology. Phobos. Okay, so yes, Timor is the god of fear. I wonder which came first, the word meaning to be fearful or the deification of the same, and then our usage of the word timorous is in respect of the god, in the same way that one might say a person who's being warlike is Martian, of the Roman Mars. I meant the Roman god Mars, but Roman Mars is in fact a person. He's an American radio producer, makes a great podcast called 99% Invisible. It's about hidden elements of design in society, the way in which our world is made for us without us noticing it even a little bit. All right, there we go. What's the book of the New Zealander I mentioned earlier? It's by Jacinda Ardern. New book. A different kind of power. It's partially biography, partially her own ascent to power, but in it she develops not a theory per se, but an outlook on the possibility of having, internationally speaking, non forced based power. Moving away from the Hobbesian or Thermacacean conception of power. But there you go. It's a really wonderful text. Yeah, Infinite Direct, the book The Power Broker is quite good also. I mean, there are we can talk about we can talk about a lot of books here, but yeah, Power Broker is about the way in which a certain like Trumpian ethos comes to New York through and through. But enough of that. Okay, it is time for trivia. Happy trivia time, everyone. Yesterday we did pretty darn well. We ended up with an 11. Any day with a 10 or better makes me happy. Let's see how today goes. You can also play if you want to at Thrice. And good luck. Dogberry got a 15 on yesterday's Thrice. Dogberry. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a perfect score before. Well done, Dogberry. I will try to do as well as you have. I don't think I'm going to, though. Born in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Brian Schatz is a U.S. senator from what state that's pretty far from Michigan? Brian Schatz. Schatz? I assume Schatz. Okay. I don't know American politics as well as I used to. This is not more like a major power broker, so I'm assuming it's a state that tends to consistently vote one party in. Alaska is coming to mind. It could also be Hawaii. I want to say one of those two simply to fall for the pretty far away elements. Okay, here we go. For very like racist reasons, Schatz feels more to me like an Alaskan name than a Hawaiian name. So let's see if that's right. Please. Oh no! It's Hawaii. America's first Buddhist senator, Mazie Hirono, represents what remote state? I believe it's Hawaii. Oh no. I was so close. I'm sorry, Brian Schatz. I'm sorry for being frankly racist today. Hoisted on a racist petard. It's true. What a lovely outfit that is. I mean, the problem is, I was thinking of Daniel Inouye, I believe, the very, very long-term senator from Hawaii. Yeah. I mean, absolutely an amazing figure. Someone who comes, goes through World War II. Is a soldier at the same time that internment to the Japanese is happening in the U.S. or the Japanese Americans. So I was thinking, look, Hawaii likes non-Germanic names. All right, who are the senators from Alaska? Let's learn things. It was Ted What's His Bucket for a long time, I think. Murkowski and Sullivan. I was thinking of Sullivan. That's the problem. What's his name? Like Ted Stevens was there forever. That's right. Hello, Ted Stevens. Wasn't he the bathroom guy? I think he was the bathroom guy. Is that true? If I type the word bathroom into your Wikipedia page, am I right? No, he's not the bathroom guy. Who's the bathroom guy? Let's see if we can get it. U.S. government, maybe Montana bathroom guy. No, that's not it. Who am I thinking of, team? I thought it was Senator. Larry Craig. Thank you, name comment. You know things. Larry Craig I was thinking of. There we go. I mean, I don't want to make fun or tease someone whose sexuality is obviously complex in some way. But he was one of the very strong, like, anti-gay crusaders back in the 1980s and 90s. And then it's fairly clear that he, with a wide stance, was soliciting homosexual sexuality in a bathroom somewhere. I want to say Larry Craig and Ted Stevens, they don't look so different, do they? Let me continue my racist bits today. I mean, not so different. Very good, very good. All that's to say, it was Hawaii, not Alaska. Number 2 question here. Written in Cordoba around 900 CE, the unique necklace is a classic of what language? Cordoba 900. Is it Arabic? It might be Arabic. I think it's going to be Arabic. Okay. Welcome, one and all, to Crusader Kings 3 Saves the Day again. Good job. Somebody you got Arabic right away. Yeah, Spanish is definitely the trick answer here, trying to get you on. But just think of your map of Spain when CK3 begins. The reconquest has not gone terribly well. Question number 3. Ferns are among the few plants that reproduce using what non-seed cells? Are they just spores, possibly? I don't know enough about how anything reproduces, frankly. But yeah. What else could it possibly be? Some plants are called angiosperms. That's coming to mind right now. I'm not sure if it should be. We're doing spores, let's see. Okay, very good. What are angiosperms? They have eggs. Can you imagine? Angiosperms are what kind of plant? Those are flowers. So flowers are angiosperms. Okay, very good, very good. Question number 4. Kim Fields played serial roller skater Tootsie Ramsey for 9 seasons of what Different Strokes spin-off? Okay. Allow me to continue to be slightly racist today. I know a number of focusing on diversity, we'll call it, sitcoms from this era. What comes to mind first is The Jeffersons. There's also, this is terrible. There's also Sanford and Son. I think it's the case that the Archie Bunker Show may have been a spinoff of some sort. And then there was that one with like the rich Upper East Side white guy and Gary Coleman. That is the end of my inability to distinguish a whole bunch of shows. I'm going to say it's The Jeffersons, and I'm ready for this to be wrong. Okay, no good. As Mrs. Garrett, Charlotte Ray was a boarding school den mom on what show that also gave us Blair, Joe, and Natalie? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea, unfortunately. It is not Sanford and Sons. Boarding school. So something out of school. It's about a school. I don't know. Mrs. Garrett. Mrs. Garrett. The one with Gary Coleman. The Birds and the Bees is another way of saying the title of what sitcom that, as this theme song says, are all about you. The Birds and the Bees is a way of talking about sexual reproduction. Well, we're getting 0 points today. We're getting 0 points today. It's Sexual Reproduction, the TV show, The Facts of Life. Oh my goodness. Everything I said was wrong today. I'm very sorry, everyone. I apologize for my inability for anything. 1979. Yeah, I don't know this one at all. Not even a little bit. Did any of you watch this? You got 0 on that one? Yeah. So the problem I have is I think that most of you who play this game in like the loneliness of your home don't have to articulate how you're seeing these, or saying like how you're thinking through the topic. I think I get into trouble because I have to externalize my thoughts. Very popular. Yeah, the issue is I was not born in 79, unfortunately. I've probably seen a reference to this, but it looks like if someone said this is an AI poster for a show, I would believe you. I'd absolutely believe you 100%. All right, very good, very good. When did The Jeffersons come out? 75. Okay. Now, what's the one with Gary Coleman and old white guy? He's probably... Oh, that is Different Strokes. Ah. Conrad Bain is the man. Philip Drummond. There you go. So at least I remember what Different Strokes was. Yeah, I remember seeing this show. He had the talk. Didn't he have the catchphrase, "What you talking about, Willis"? Is that him? Wait, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I feel like I'm conflating people in a way that feels incredibly bad to me. Hopefully the next question is about philosophy. That is the one. All right, very good. Having a hard time finding a doctor, a PayPal refugee with the flu came up with what website in 2004? Is this WebMD? No. Sometime in 2024, the 300th millionth user review was uploaded to what service that's nothing but user reviews. Is it Yelp, possibly? Wow. So I got 10 today. That's good enough for me. I think I had a problem by going into this one knowing it was very easy. It gave me a kind of arrogance that was undeserved. I mean, as usual, TV shows, it's not going to happen. We'll take our 10, though. GG, everyone. Where did most people fall apart? So most people were bamboozled just as I was. The Buddhist element's very easy, though, especially with the Japanese name. Japanese name sender is going to be either California or Hawaii, almost certainly. Arabic, yeah, I bet that most people went... Wait, if you see the Kaaba here, how do you not immediately guess Arabic? Anyway, most people probably said Spain or Portuguese, one after another. Or Spanish and then, like, Persian, maybe? I really wish that they publicized the guesses that were actually made. It'd be so interesting. Spores, most people got right away if they got it. Facts of life, most of us missed entirely. We're, as a whole, probably too young. And then Yelp. Okay, yeah. I suspect that the doctor element here caused a lot of people to go in the direction of, oh, let's just have a service where we look up our symptoms and figure it out. Oh, your guess was Basque. Okay, Basque makes a lot of sense. Spanish Basque. But again, the Kaaba. Yeah, if you don't know what it is, fair enough. Oh, very good. It's time for you to play, friends. After my round of playing, we now play a little game called The Redactyl. And you put any word you want to into the stream on YouTube or on Twitch and discover what the unredacted version of this page is a book title most likely that the italics makes you go pretty darn well. Let me get you in slow mode. Good luck, everyone. I look forward to seeing what you guess. See you in a moment. Is it ultimate? It is not the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. Is it modern? It is one modern. Maybe the bassoon. Not the bassoon. The Kaaba. None of those either. How about a great thing? 65 greats. Oh, this is lame. State, there are 9. Ired, there are 0. Play, there are 8. Is it The Great Gatsby? Good job, team. Good job, team. I'm very proud of you. I'm going to leave you in slow mode. Let's do another one. Yeah. So is it just you thought of any text that started with the, and Great Gatsby is the first word to come to mind? Yeah, unfortunately now I can't go backwards and think about what came to mind for me first. But yeah, The Great Gatsby is definitely a fine one. If we go back a few, we'll find one we didn't do over the weekend. It's been in the news recently. Okay, fair enough. Carthage must be destroyed. Here we go, team. The blank is a drrrt. Any guesses you want to? Here we go. This is also italics. I'll put the word modern in to get us started. 2 of those. Good luck. Is it ultimate, possibly? 2 of those. First, there are 10 first today. How about a French thing? There are 15. A modern thing. I did a moment ago. I'm sorry. A bassoon thing. Not today, my friend. How about the word great? 2 greats, but not in the title. Thank goodness. The state. There are 13 states. A novel. There's 1 novel. How about the kazoo? Why are they never fun? Why is it never the kazoo? A magna or magna. There's none of those. How about the word album? None of those. The best thing. 8 best things. Mona. Just want to have fun. just want to have a good time, team. Just want to guess some things, figure out some things. Good job on the Mona, Blue Link. Enough of that. Enough of that. I am now sad. Let's play a little game called the Rizdactyl, the better version of this game. I will type in !Rizdactyl if you want to put a Wikipedia page in the link in chat right now. Please do so. In this game, I will pull up a list of things that you have submitted primarily, or primarily you have submitted, that will allow us to ask any yes-no question to discover what the page is. There they are. Okay, very good. One from long ago and one from today. Friends, I give you one from long ago. This is submitted by All Them Eyes. Eyes, thank you for your submission. As always, ask any yes-no question you want to, and we'll discover together what page this is. Mona Lisa. Great Gatsby. It's not that for sure. Any question you want to, here we go. Will you die if you put it in your mouth? No. Is it unique? Yes. Yes, it is unique. There are a few ways to get to this one. I will accept many ways to get to it. Is it art? The answer is no, but I want it to be. Do I associate with the color blue? Slightly. Is it a concept? Not really. Is it a person? No. It is not a person. Hey, good seeing you, community. Welcome in, welcome in. I like that many of you guessed it art. Maybe I have Mona Lisa on the brain. I'll tell you also, it's not a novel. It's also not a movie. Is it a title? It is a title, yes. Would I be happy to own it? No. I would not be happy to own it. Is it an item? It is not an item, no. Is it fictional? It is not fictional. Is it a poem? It is not a poem, no. Did anyone die because of it or in it? No death here. No death it. Is it being it? Like, fashionable? No. No fashion here whatsoever. It is not it. Darn you, reference. Oh, earlier today, I don't care this much about it, but I was thinking about what it would be to write a linguistic history and a philosophical history of the idea of wonder, awe, that kind of thing. And I came up with my first sentence. I've been wondering about wonder. If you want to write that essay, you may take that sentence. Is it a self-help thing? No. Is it a title someone would be given? No. Is it a song? No. Is it a regal title? No. Does someone have or own the title? No. It is not that kind of title. What are you booing for? I think it's a great opening. It's really good. Is it a TV show? It is not a TV show, no. Not a TV show. Is it a sports title like MVP? It is not that kind of thing, no. Might be worth thinking about what else a title can be, other than just like a championship or an award or something, or a barony, etc. What else could it be? Again, there are many other ways to this one. We don't have to go on a title line. You can go other ways also. Is the title a work of literature? It's not literature. Is it like a deed? I appreciate that, but no, it's not an ownership kind of title. Again, if you can't figure out the title thing pretty quickly, we can go a different direction entirely, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Is it a computer game? It's not a computer game, no. No, no. Is it a meme? Yes. Yeah, it's absolutely a meme. 100% a meme. And I'll tell you right now, the title is the title of the meme. Is it associated with a geographical place? Yes. Yes, it is. It's a good one. It's a good one. We will not boo this one. Is it Lost? How dare you even remind me of Lost? It is not Lost, no. Is it Pepe? No, it is not Pepe. Is the Battle of People with the Same Name? No. No, it is not that one. We've not discussed this meme recently. I don't think. Has it been relevant this year? Sure. I mean, I don't know if it's been used in the media this year, but it should be, certainly. Does it involve a cat? All good memes do, but this does not involve a cat, no. No, is it best Korea meme? It is not best Korea meme. Though it is a meme, I guarantee uh, most of you will know this one. It's not anything involving 6-7 or the youth. Is it a city which people pretend not to exist? No. Is it Thing Japan? No. Is it Ohio? It is not the youth. Was it used by chat to my knowledge this year? Absolutely. I guarantee that it has been used by chat this year. Does it involve sports? No. Does it involve an animal? Yes. Is it the game? No. Does it involve geopolitics? I mean, no. But, I mean, it could be. Do I enjoy this meme? Absolutely. Do all my base belong to us? Not to my knowledge, no. No, they do not. What's the next line? All your base belong to us. Deploy something, right? I don't know. But yeah, I enjoy this meme. It makes me happy to think about, absolutely. Anytime I see it referenced, I have a little laugh. Sure. Is it Capper meme? No. This is fine. That does apply with no, not this is fine. Does it involve a non-human animal? Wrong. Thank you for being an attentive listener. It does not involve a non-human animal. The animal is a human. You did this. Good. Someone set up the bomb. A very good no. Overly attached girlfriend? No. Everything involved in crabs? No. We actually did the Wikipedia page about what is it, carcinogenesis, maybe, recently. If you thought about this in a regular world context, would it still be funny? Yes. Is fire involved? No. Was it relevant in 2010? Sure. Is it Kappa? No. Is it This Is Fine? No. Is fire involved? No. Reference a TV show? No. Trolley problem? No. Overly attached girlfriend? No. One thing that might help you is we said earlier that this is related somehow to a geographical area. It would be known as, this thing references this kind of place, though it's not essential to understand that. Sure, fine. It's not like Poland ball or anything. Is it the Homestar Runner? No. Is it Pikachu? No. Is it Florida Man? No. Is it Chad? No. All the eyes, you might need to give a hint in a little moment here. I have some hints, but I worry we've let ourselves down the garden path and can't come back out. Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, no. This is great. We're referencing all the best memes. Every time you mention, like, that's a funny one. Is from a webcomic? No. Is it North American? It is not North American in origin. Chuck Norris? It is not Chuck Norris. But I'm happy to say I do think of a slight relationship between Chuck Norris and this person, or this meme rather, and that it makes me happy also. Does it involve a celebrity? Not really, no. Is it Matrix Ping Pong? I don't know what that is, but no. See, at this point, there's so many memes I do not know that when one says random words in chat, I believe you that they are something. Sagata Sanshiro, no. Disappointed Man, no. Alright, all the eyes. Give him a hint. What hint do you have that will help us here? Mr. Gilly, good seeing you also. Spider-Man pointing, no. Anytime that you all reference this, I will say something in response. The exact same thing. Is it brought up during CK3? Sure. Is it a bald guy with a stare? No. Is the person happy? No. Here we go. All the eyes' hint is it's from your favorite region to forget. You often ask about, is it this? Is it that? And then you get to one eventually. Is it Finland not being real? No. Soviet Russia? No. No. It's from your favorite region to forget. Is it French? No. Greenland? No. Russia? No. Africa? No. It's the other one. Canada? No. Sweden? No. Africa? No. Are human animals fiction this thing? No, it's a real human. Malta? No. Black Prince, good job. The one you always forget is Australia. It's the 7th continent mentioned every time. It is related to Australia. Australia, God love ya. Oh, you can do it. Involve emus? No. Alright, 5 more guesses and we're done, I think. Unfortunately. It has a title. Does it involve dingoes and babies? No. Steve Irwin? No. Kangaroo Rider? No. Drop Bears? No. I'll give it a moment or two more. The Emu War? No. Dingoes in Your Baby? No. Oh boy. Maybe it's not known to be Australian. I don't know. Does it involve cooking seafood? I don't think so. No. Cooking, like throwing the Something on the Barbie? Is that what we're talking about? All right. Bush Tucker Man, no. 2 more guesses and we're done. Poisonous animals, no. Everything in Australia wants to kill you, no. Last guess, and last guess will be this person. I see you coming. I see you typing. It's gonna be. Oh, maybe we're actually all guessed out. Number 611, no. I see you know your judo well. It is Democracy Manifest. Democracy Manifest, my friends. How did you forget about this one? We reference it all the time. Wait, you don't know what this is? You don't know what this is? It's a man being arrested for eating a succulent Chinese meal. Wait, you really don't know what this is? Wait. I might get my channel banned today for you. We've never watched on stream before. May as well.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
American Express investigator followed a man he thought was one of Queensland's most wanted to a Valley restaurant. Minutes later, police had the business surrounded, then sent in a delegation.
We're under arrest. Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Democracy Manifest.
And he didn't appreciate the way he was handled.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
It took 6 officers to restrain him, whose major concern was the meal he'd left behind.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Eventually, they had him in custody.
I believe that it's all to do with stolen credit cards.
I understand that he has played small parts in numerous amateur theatre groups. He seems to be just a prolific false pretender.
But only hours after his arrest, the Watch House granted him bail, leaving the police red-faced and empty-handed.
We are sincerely sorry that he obtained bail, but under this situation he was allowed to have bail.
Edwards is also wanted for questioning in New South Wales over several forgery matters.
Very good. It's a ridiculous situation. The man is obviously ridiculously articulate, incredibly intelligent, though he is also, as mentioned, not a particularly nice person. In the real world, they did track him down years and years later to ask how he felt about being a meme. I think he was fairly amused over it, but yeah, can you imagine being arrested and saying things like, "This is Democracy Manifest"? That's the line often used on stream. I have a notification. What's up here? New copyright matches my content. Someone's using my content? Somehow this happened. Somehow YouTube believes that the intro video to Civ 7 is mine. Every few days I get one of these messages that say, hey, someone has used Civilization 7 intro video. I haven't claimed any of these. It's just very. So I'm guessing I was the first person. I can't be the first person to put it on YouTube, because certainly Paradox did so. Bizarre. Yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff. All right, let's go ahead and do one more Risdactyl and call it a day. And then we'll get to our EU5 play. Excellent submission, all the eyes. Thank you for your good submission. That one was back from mid-October. There are a lot of ones saved up right now that we need to get through. Doing 2 a day while you all submit 4 or 5 a day. Definitely a path to eventually get them all figured out. Okay. All right. So 5 of them were submitted today. Actually, 6 of them. And I like all of them so much. These are all very, very good. That is very specific, Drek. It's very... What are some of these? You know what? Sevayoyo, I like yours. We're going to go with Sevayoyos today as one to do straight away. Friends, I have a Wikipedia page on the screen. I'm interested in you going ahead and guessing anything you want to. This is Democracy Manifest should play for 10 gift subs. Direct, you mean just the phrase there or the entire, like, meme segment? Because some people have made remixes that only have the man talking. There you go. Is it a meme? It is not a meme. Would you die if you put this in your mouth? Yes. Is it a person? It is not a person. Just the phrase? Alright, Drek, I can look into doing that. That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, of course, it would be like Plutocracy Manifest. The gift subber determining who gets to vote. Is it unique? It's absolutely unique, yes. Is it a plant? It is not a plant. Is it man-made? It is not man-made. No. Would I die within an hour if I put it in my mouth? Yes. Yes, if you put this in your mouth, you would definitely die within an hour. Yeah. Is it a tangible thing? It is a tangible thing, yes. Have we done Demon Core? I don't know what that is, Jack. Is it an animal? No. Has anyone ever been killed because of it? Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't come to mind first, but yeah, I guess so. Is it radioactive? Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. That doesn't say radioactive in it, unfortunately. It's not radioactive, no. Is it bees? It's not bees, no. Is it on Earth? Yes. Is it a mineral? Sure. Does it smell funny? Not to my knowledge. Is it bigger than a handful? Yes. Would one die from this because of its heat? No. Is it the sun? No. Is it unbelievably dense? It's quite dense, yes. Is it a song by the Beastie Boys? No. Is it on the periodic table? No. Is it Mercury? No. Is it cheese? No. I wouldn't get overly focused on the would you die from getting it into your mouth question. The Kardashians. You shouldn't eat that much plastic. Is it a stellar body? No. Is it a state of matter? No. Is it lava? No. Is it a rock? No. Actually, I'm suddenly having a crisis of metaphysics over here. One moment. Wait. No. I think if you put it in your mouth, you actually wouldn't die. I'm very sorry. The crisis of metaphysics has not been resolved yet, but I may have deceived you. Is it natural? It is natural, yes. Is it Third Rock from the Sun? A fine sitcom, but no. Is it a weapon? No. Is it a diamond? No. Is it related to multiplication tables? No. Is it an element? No. There's an early question that you all did not ask that I need you to ask. Do people go see it? Yes. Yes, they do. Is it a liquid? It is not a liquid. Does it make noise? Not by itself, no. Is it a UNESCO site? That's a great question. It is not a UNESCO site, no. Is it larger than a bread box? Yes. Is it a place? Thank you. Yes, it is a place. Aptly a place, yes. Is it a white man? Not that one. Is it North American? It is North American, yes. It's a place in North America. Is it on a continent beginning with A? It is not Australian or African, no. An asteroid? No. Is it a geographical feature? Yes. Is it Mount Everest? It is not Mount Everest. Oh, Asia begins with A also. Is it an IHOP? It is not an IHOP, no. That said, there's a building that we're considering buying here, we, the university, to be a dorm. And the dorm is called International House. We need to change the name, because every time I hear that, I'm thinking of pancakes, of course. Is it Yellowstone? No. Is it in a park? Yes. Canadian? No. Am I petting cat Fritz? No, I'm spinning my water glass. I apologize. Do they sell coffee mugs with pictures of this on it? Yes. Is it the Grand Canyon? It is the Grand Canyon. Is the Grand Canyon tangible? What is the canyon? Is the canyon the lacuna? Or is it the mountainous form? Would it explode if you put it in your mouth? So that was my claim initially. Initially I was thinking, if you manage to get the whole like site we call the Grand Canyon, your mouth would explode, you'd die. And then I clicked it out. It's a steep-sided canyon. The canyon, though, is the cleft. A cleft is the breakage. And so what is the canyon? I don't mean to be dense here, but I don't know. I don't know. You can touch the container of the canyon. If I put a piece of pie inside of a container, the pie does not become the container, nor the container the pie. I don't know. I apologize for my stupidity on this one. I've just never thought this question before of what is the canyon proper. Does it need its size? Size, rather. I don't know. It does comprise the rims as well. Oh, it is a UNESCO site? I apologize. I quickly did the thing I do, which is type UNESCO in, and nothing came up. So I thought it was the case that it would say on the Wikipedia page if it were UNESCO. I'm sorry for saying no. The answer is yes. I hate to give too many answers of the form I don't know. So as always, my answers are based on my best understanding of the topic, not on the truth. Which is why we do physics stuff and just make things up. All right, let's do one more. I know we're not supposed to do 3 in a day, but I feel dismayed by my inability to talk about canyons effectively. And there's some other very, very good ones in here. So let's go and grab this one right here. Cypher, this one's yours. Not sure you're around right now, but Cypher, an excellent submission. Thank you. My friends, I see a Wikipedia page upon the screen. And I'm interested in you guessing any yes/no questions you want to get this thing going. Is it a person? It is not a person. No. If you put it in your mouth, would it kill you? Yes. Well, depending on how you put it in your mouth, it might kill you, yes. Is it an animal? No. Is it unique? No. Is it a place? No. Has it ever killed anyone? Yes. Absolutely yes. Is it an anime? It's not an anime. Is it a thing? It is a thing. Yes. Is it a mineral? No. Is it long but thin? No. Is it a sword? It is not a sword. Is it machinery? It is not machinery. No. Is it tangible? It's absolutely tangible. Yes. Delightful. Is it man-made? It is man-made. Is it fire-related? It does relate to fire, yes. Is it a plastic bag? No. Could you buy it on Amazon? I don't believe you can buy it on Amazon, no. Has it ever killed someone by being put in their mouth? The world's a big place. Some people are really stupid. I don't know for sure, but I can guess yes. Is it in my house? No. Can you scrunch it? No. Is it North American? No. Is it rocket fuel? No. Is it fire? It's not fire. No. Is it art? No. Has it featured prominently in movies? Sure, absolutely it's been in movies. 100%. 100%. Does it fold? That's a great question. I like these kinds of unusual questions. It does not fold, no. Is it war-related? It can be, yes. Is it flammable? Yes. Is it liquid at room temperature? It's complicated. Is it uranium fuel rod? No. Unfortunately, because of the yes-no rule, some questions become very awkward. Is it a document? Is not a document? Is it a blimp? No. If I lost it, would I worry? Yeah. Is it explosive? No. Is it heavy water? No. Is it radioactive? No. Is it an atomic bomb? No. Does it exist in multiple states of matter at the same time? Yes. Did the Greeks know of it? No. Can it cause an international accident? I mean, sure, but I don't think it commonly appears in international incidents by itself. Is it water? No. Mustard gas? No. Plasma? No. I don't know why I said plasma, but no. Fuel rods, heavy water, battery, no. Is it an element that is not an element? No. Multiple states of matter simultaneously. That is a true statement. Is it used as a weapon? It's absolutely used as a weapon, yes. 100% it's a weapon. Not a sword, though. Not a sword, though. Is it Schrodinger's cat? It is not a thought experiment, no. Is it Greek fire? It is not Greek fire, because the Greeks would have known of that, I believe. Not Greek fire, not napalm. Is it a water balloon? No. Is it smoke? It is not smoke. Is it illegal to own? In some places, yeah. Maybe. Was it originally created to be used as a weapon? Yes. Does one of the states of matter involve the state of denial? In some cases, yes. You would deny having this thing. Raven! Thank you for the resubscription. 1 full year all the way. You have to have a new surgery tomorrow for retina reattachment. Oh, my friend. Good luck getting that done. I cannot imagine having eye surgeries, more than one, but good luck. Infinite Drek, who's thinking the right way, it is the Molotov cocktail. The Molotov cocktail all the way. Don't drink it. Don't drink it, thank you. It is simultaneously a solid and a liquid, I think. I had to look up what an explosion was, because I would refer to like the fire throwing as being explosive, but I don't think it's an explosion. Well done indeed, though, Infinite Drek. Molotov cocktail through and through. Cypher found it delightful how this thing got its name. Apparently a minister named Molotov claimed that they were dropping food onto Finland. And so it's called Molotov food, or Molotov bread baskets initially. And, yeah. Actually incendiary bombing. And so the Finns called it a Molotov cocktail as a drink to go with those food parcels. There you go. Often used in war. One of the weapons of the unarmed. Fairly easy to make, of course. There you go. If you end up not using it, you can just take the fuse out of it. I mean, sure. But then you have a bottle of gasoline sitting around or other kind of flammable liquid. So I don't know. I think they're illegal to own in the US, though, aren't they? I'm almost certain they are. I mean, the pieces and parts are certainly legal. Legality, there's a section here. Canada, explosive. United Kingdom, illegal. US, destructive devices. Yeah. So definitely illegal to use them. And thus throwing there. Attempted to burn. So there's nothing mentioned here about someone being arrested merely for having them. See, Drek, when you said it, I said, of course, labor studies, Molotov cocktails fit together nicely. Certainly we see them in the hands of anti-globalization protesters. Wait, I'm sorry? I actually didn't know that tampons can be used as a fuse. I've only ever been aware of various kinds of cloth being used. A tampon. Delightful. One more thing to know for the future. All very good. Molotov cocktails can be explosive. So I looked up what's an explosion. I don't know. Would we call the Molotov cocktail an explosion? I don't know. Holy cow! Mr. Gilly! Gifting 10 gift subs. What are you doing, my friend? You like thinking about Molotov cocktails? Everyone who got a gift sub, I hope you enjoy them. I hope they serve you well. Mr. Gilly, always awesome having you hang out with us, and thank you indeed. This is Democracy Manifest. I'm sorry that the sound file's not there right now. Democracy Manifest. I'll work on getting the sound clip put together at some point soon. You're making one right now. Obviously, you are making your Molotov cocktails in Minecraft, surely. You wouldn't dare do that in the real world. Friends, it's time for a little game called EUV. I want to say thank you for hanging out today. It was a good time for me, as always, and hopefully a good time for you as well. I hope it went a little long today, but I was enjoying myself, so that must count for something. Alright, our title returns to Friendly Ineptitude. I'm having so much fun with the playthrough we're in right now, We're playing as the southern part of Italy that is not Sicily. We're playing as some nice place. we have a nice regent right now who is nicely holding the throne for a little girl who is taking over in this place. Naples, thank you. We're playing as Naples. A little embarrassing not to remember that one, but it's been a lot of fun so far. I hope that'll continue. Hey, Scaper! Thank you for the generous gift sub to Democracy Manifest Ing. Maybe at some point soon we will move to democracy. In the year 1340, though, it feels a little unlikely. But again, thank you for the gift sub. First one on the channel, so kind. Gilly, thank you again for the generous gift sub. Also, resubs today have been Off the Chain Hook. Where does it actually come from? While the game's loading, let's look that up real quick. Oh my goodness! Scaper decides to pile on top of that first gift sub with 10 more. This is Democracy Manifest. I see you know your judo well. Off the chain hook. This is a phrase, correct? Is it a phrase? Maybe? So the AI says it is. Again, Scaper, that's crazy generous to you. Crazy, crazy generous. Okay, so off the chain is a phrase to say, and off the hook. So the two are jammed together. Interesting. Interesting. I just mean off the chain. Never heard both of them together. It's possible that my desire to be novel with language, I've jammed them together. I apologize. How is this game different than CK3? Where do we even start on that one? Hey, George, thank you for gifting a subscription to What is the Charge? Eating a succulent Chinese meal? I refuse to do the one part of it left. The part where he talks about how he's being touched. Absolutely not. But thank you, George, for generosity. Yeah, I mean, okay, right. EU5 versus CK3. CK3 is really focused on role-playing as individual characters throughout the life of a nation or dynasty, rightly. In this game, the characters are much less developed. They do have stats and occasionally have special modifiers. They're part of cultures and religions and all the rest. But the characters are mainly stat sticks in some ways. They're the kind of thing that you get simply to buff your nation and to relate to the people of the nation. EU5 in particular is trying, and maybe succeeded, in taking a ton of mechanics from a ton of different Paradox games and bringing them all together. So it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything in this game that you get to play as. And so there's focus on building economy in a market, like in Victoria. There's expansive warfare and colonization, like in the other EUs. I think the one game I haven't noticed much influence from is Hearts of Iron. Has anyone seen a Hearts of Iron impact in this game? I haven't noticed it at all, but I don't know Hearts of Iron nearly as well as the other one. So yeah, it's much more complex than CK3 is. It's probably the most complex of the Paradox games. Yeah. Maybe logistics. Friends, we have an ad break coming right now. I'm going to go ahead and figure out what we're doing from yesterday. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're having a lovely time. Inflation goes up by less than 0.01% per month. That is fine. Also, with the crazy gift subs, something like 24, 25 you all don't have to watch the ads. Thank you to the community for the generosity indeed. We're losing prestige as usual. We're losing diplomacy as usual also. I'm currently building a spy network in Sicily, and the reason for that is the Sicilians, for some foolish reason, are currently believing that Italy should be controlled by the Holy Roman Empire. We do not believe such. We believe that the Pope should control it, with us propping up the Pope or with our foot on the Pope's neck, whichever way you want to talk about it. We're the true power behind the papacy, I suppose. So Sicily must be destroyed, clearly. Yesterday we had a war to expand a little bit into Croatia. A person in our family was the heir to Croatia, and so we could push our own claim against him. We were doing so well, except for the part where I didn't realize that Croatia and Hungary were allies. So we took a tiny little bit of Croatia where I want to take all of it. In the future, we'll grab some more of that, I suspect. Okay. We have a lot of children who sure would like to have a different education. The only one about whom I really care is Giovanna Angio here. She is going to be the ruler. Now, Angio, is that the feminine form of Anjou? Huh. So Anjou's culture, that's Anjou also. Anjou's culture is Francian. Okay. So our leader has become Neapolitan. And so Anjou is the Italian form of Anjou. Interesting. So it'd be easier for us to rule here if our ruler shares the culture of the peoples. I don't quite know what modifiers that gives, but it must be positive somehow. The child is ruling us all true. With a lot of unprofitable building, we'll deal with that later. We are getting workers, but slowly. I haven't yet found a way to increase promotion speed, though I'd like to do that. There might be some privilege I can give to the commoners to help them level up faster, which I really, really need to get them into the workforce. But as I go through here, I see the people are allowed to leave their land. Raw materials goes down due to not laboring on Sundays. Outrageous. Commoners in the parliament. Let's not be silly. Alright, so it seems that I have no way of promoting faster via these kinds of rules. Eventually I'm in... Well, okay, wait. Control over the coinage. We make the burghers more powerful, and we get more gold and silver and better minting. I actually don't know if we're producing any gold and silver. However, being able to mint more effectively seems good. Cutting and circulating new coins of adequate quality is a complicated yet essential process for development of a sovereign people. By taking control of coinage, we'll strengthen our economic foundations and consolidate authority. Okay, so the middle class are a bit stronger now. This upsets the nobility substantially. Our crown power is still pretty strong. Wait, Luigi Angio is in the cabinet twice? Are you both named Luigi Angio? You are! Amazing! Heir to Albania, heir to Kefalonia. And each of them are part of our family, and so they're giving crown power. I should probably change their name. Like Luigi and Waluigi, possibly. Anyway, we're very glad we're over 25%. It's a big bonus to the nation. Here we go. Conflicts with the burghers over taxes, state-owned businesses, trade laws, and custom policies are becoming quite frequent. It could result in a sharp drop in revenue if we don't handle it correctly. We kill the troublemakers. Burghers get a little unhappy. They're actually quite pleased right now because they just got control of the coin. Or appease them. Burn 5 prestige. Nope, prestige stays around. Any troublemakers off with their heads and thank you. Okay, the nobility and the commoners are both a little bit cranky right now. The commoners will climb back to happiness soon. Nobility will soon also be fine. Society people shows promotion speed. Thank you. There it is. Awesome. So the one bonus right now is positive stability. That's the only one currently. I think I saw someone say, Milkman, good seeing you again. Promotion speed might be privileges, literacy, and values. I think there's a value of like free, independent people. I'm guessing they promote more quickly. I'm also kind of wondering if innovation helps with promotion speed. It does not. I want to glance through, because it is the case that promotion speed matters to me to get our economy up and going, but I'm not necessarily willing to burn my important values for this. Traditional economy, possibly? Individualism, maybe. Team? I'm not seeing anything of promotion speed. Innovation indirectly helps. Okay. Because of literacy improvement. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. The middle ones. Middle. Serfdom versus free people. Ah, there it is. Thank you. Does it? There we go. All right, so if we have free subjects, they then promote twice as fast. So serfdom does not give a negation to... It doesn't give a negation to promotion speed, but free subjects give an increase in speed to it. There's a lot to learn in this one page. I assume that they would benefit and reduce the same effects, but no, they bring in completely different ones on each side. That's a lot to learn. Okay, we are heading to free subjects generally, and I guess I want to continue pushing that if I can. So if we would like to get free subjects, we can go ahead and give a bunch of liberties, have different laws. What do we lose if we leave serfdom? The people eat more food. They also make more things and give me more taxes. Taxes go from... it's actually the same. 1.3 on that side versus... Oh, negative 10. Okay. I'm going to change this thing if I can. So... Time to upset the other classes, I believe. Free mobility. Or free mobility upsets the nobility. I can give them the means of production. I mean, today is Mark's Day, number 1 in my class. So maybe I should just play that way. No, you may move around for the glory of the market. People are the most valuable asset of the state. Famine's discord be the norm without them. I mean, there wouldn't be famines for no people. You gotta have people starving. Anyway, the elites see them as property, as possessions to hoard upon their ill-gotten lands. By granting free mobility to the masses, their fate are on their own hands again, allowing them to leave the lands of former masters and move to new, more fruitful lands. Okay, just want to check real quick, how upset is the nobility? So they're going to be angrier still. There are only 11,000 of them compared to the 2.385 million commoners. But we may end up having a civil war over this one. We'll see how it goes. All right. This will move us in the direction of better economy, faster building, etc. I see him back up to 50 money. In the most recent war, I believe that we lost every single one of our standing armies. And so I think I said when I hit 50 money, I'd go ahead and rebuild the military. Yeah. So regular recruits. Previously, we had an armored horseman, 3 footmen, and an archer, I believe. I will go ahead and make the footmen first. But yeah, we need a standing army. We have plenty of money to hold on to it. So there's a footman. Archers are 50. Oh, yeah, we can start here. Yeah, all pretty expensive. Oh, wow. Horsemen are more expensive than armored horsemen. Why is that? Huh. I don't quite know how troops work in this game yet. What determines your cost? Okay, they're the same attack, the same flank. The horsemen are faster, but take more morale damage. Huh. Okay, we'll get building on that pretty soon. Melfi changes their stance in a debate. It seems the Senato members of Melfi, those staunch supporters of our cause just a little while ago, have come to change their stance on the currently debated issue entirely. Oh, we have the Senate running? I forgot about that. So the Melfi have changed their mind. We're not sure how they're going to vote anyway. We lose 5% support. That's fine. We're still above 50 to get our army exercises launched, to have a stronger military, and that would be a lovely thing. The benefit we're getting here is, yeah, more army tradition, which stays around here independently of any individual army existing or not existing. Also, we can have a bunch more fort if we want to. We could possibly do that. I believe we have very, very few forts right now. There we go! I passed my first ever Parliament issue. I think last game we didn't play Iron Man, so I didn't get any of the easy achievements even. Hopefully we get more of those pretty soon. Alright, my people still want more grain. The most productive and valuable items we've produced so far have been fine cloth. People want it also. So is that still true? Yeah, fine cloth is the thing for us right now. And that seems like a nice thing to keep building. So right now I'm going to switch back and forth between building a military unit, building a building over and over again. As we're pulling in serious money right now, it might be worth looking into our spending. It also might be worth looking into, should I build some buildings that are not productive buildings or economic buildings, but instead give other benefits. For example, a hospital. Because the people of Lorraine, which is clean as a latrine, despair as they succumb to influenza. Known by the common folk as the flu, it's a widely spread sickness with usually mild symptoms like a runny nose or a fever in healthy individuals, but might be extremely dangerous for those who are young or old or already weakened otherwise. Curses! So with the prosperity drop, I can have one of my cabinet members help bring recovery to our people. I try to always do that right away to keep prosperity nice and high, help with development and so on. But I'm not exactly sure if it's more important to do that or to build control. Not sure. All right, we've learned about the Baltic Crusades. So some of our people fought in the far north against those Viking heathens, those pagans. And so now we have stronger commanders, which gives additional tradition, trickling in bit by bit by bit. Now, I believe the tradition falls off. Does it? Yeah, we're at negative 0.08. If we get a few more bonuses, maybe tradition will stay around long term. Also, anytime I say the word tradition, what do I think of? Fiddler on the Roof. Of course, of course. All right, who will be our mighty general these days? Looking at the estates as always, Roberto Anjou is not very good. We could put him in this position merely for sake of nepotism and power. The cabinet ministers, Luigi Anjou, are not very good leaders. So we'll accept someone from one of the other classes. As the nobility are kind of cranky, it might be worth giving them some power. The one on top here is, gosh, one heck of a diplomat. I would want them on the cabinet if not for needing the crown power. So I don't know if they're listed. What is the order? Ability. So is this sum of all stats possibly? I think having someone more balanced in the direction of war seems good. Is it? I don't know. We'll give it a shot though. Welcome, General. Take care of our troops. I believe we can nearly afford our second armored character here. So we can build you up a little bit more. Yeah. Footman number 2. We're going to build our front line. We can't do this because, we're under 100 manpower. I think we only need 50 manpower for our horse people. But more money for that. Okay. Oh, camp followers work fine. We ended up having some starving last time around. Want to stop that. Okay, what comes next? Tradition goes up. Taking away privileges is a little bit easier. It's still so expensive. Guilds, though, more burgers, more good. More literacy, more good. Got to get those burgers to work. If we look at our capital city, so left-hand numbers how many people could get gerbs. Right-hand numbers how many people in total are there. We have 250,000 peasants still. Unfortunately, in every game I play, I have this profound desire to raise quality of life for the peasants more than anything else. I realize the year 1342. What should I actually be worried about? 1, having a giant army to hold back the nobility. 2, having a giant army to control the Pope. The end. I guess raising the prosperity of everyone will make my economy stronger in the long term, but will we be able to hold our throne if we're not dumping more and more into the military? I'm engaged in empathy. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong that empathy is part of the show right here. And unfortunately, it's going to stay that way. I don't know how not to be empathetic. I don't know why that is. Like, what strange background I have that led to that occurring. The plague continues. Alright, what do we got going right now? In-ray money. I should probably fix the diplomacy issue. Ideally get it positive. There we go. Pulling a little bit there, all good. You play the game also, Bellic? Yeah, I think a lot of us are really interested in... It's a strange thing. Because though it's the case that LOL, it's all just numbers and spreadsheets, I get really focused on the lives of the individuals. Though again, that's the lowest level of analysis in this game in particular. In Victoria, it counts for something. Namely, quality of life goes to great power score, I believe. I don't know. It's weird. They're all farming, and they're having good lives farming. Okay, if it's subsistence economy, and they're feeding themselves, that seems fine. I don't know. It's a weird thing, though. I think it's a standard issue I have, which is in every video game I empathize too much. This is why I can't play RimWorld like a monster. I feel bad in some FPSs when I'm, like, playing the bad guy somehow. I don't know. I forgot that the realm of fantasy and escapism and bring my weird moralism to everything. You have trouble sacrificing pieces in chess. Is that why I have such a hard time with playing chess? I mean, I do recall one of my first issues I didn't want to ever lose a piece. And so even strong decisions I wouldn't make because I'd lose a piece. I didn't empathize in BG3. Wait a minute. Alright. Look here, you. In Baldur's Gate 3, we were role-playing. However, I think we empathized with the good. I'm being a little paternalistic with my peasants, I recognize. Anyway, armies have existed since war was invented, many thousands of years ago. However, their form has changed over the centuries, and different types of recruitment organization have developed in different cultures and periods. You feel bad losing people in Hearthfire 4. Yeah, I mean, when you think about war exhaustion, and you see that manpower number going down, I think as a strategy game player, one is supposed to say, manpower down, I will lose this war, find white peace. Unfortunately, I have this more, I say, okay, manpower numbers going down, people are not returning to their families. Even though I know full well that it's a war game. I know full well this is what war is. That's weird. Anyway, in the late Middle Ages, armies in a wide range of societies relied on levies based on the structure of feudal society, with knights and footmen forming a corps that was levied seasonally. In some regions, however, states were powerful enough to finance standing armies, with professional soldiers who'd be available for duty throughout the year. This system was also developed in Europe after the outbreak of the Hundred Years' War, being one of the main changes that promoted a military revolution in the early modern age, increasing the size and quality of professional armies while finding new sources of revenue to finance them soon became one of the main challenges for rulers around the world. It is in Paris. Maurice Moli is now fully recovered. Cool. Before I get to the question of institutions, this is the first institution we've ever seen develop in a game. I need to have my government member return to increasing control, I believe. Where? It's all looking a little rough. So, the wealthiest place with the worst control. I was working on a Bruzo Ultima, or Ultra rather, earlier. Yeah, back to it. Back to it. Gotta bring people in line. Do roads help with control? Have I built any roads? Have I not built a single road? I am the worst ruler ever. It is the year 1342, and everyone's having to, like, climb through the mountains to come visit me. That is terrible. Okay, I need to at least build... Oh, there is a road here already. Fine. Okay, we have roads along the coast. Into the center hills, though, we do not have roads. So, road to Sant'Angelo delle Bardi. I'm sure I said Lombardy in an American way. Go Packers. I can have the burgers build them instead. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Alright, from Naples, a road to Nola I can afford. It goes to Salerno and in. Okay, you also may go directly through. So wherever you point inside of the city might determine how it builds. Okay, a road is now being built, I think. Yeah, we spent money, so it is being built now. Good. The cardinals are changed over. The estates are happier because the Pope says the rulers are assured by spiritual power. How great, how great. Yeah, maritime proximity is a thing also, right? You can have roads connecting or sea connecting. I have a tiny little navy, and so I probably don't have much in the way of like naval control. I actually don't even know how that works, honestly. Also, the Pope's hanging out here. I do not know why the Papal Army is hanging out in our boot. I don't mind it. Is the Pope at war with anyone, maybe? I doubt it, but let's see. Hello, Pope. That's a CB. That's enemies. Rivals. No, he seems not to be at war, but just hanging out down there. Helping us keep our land, maybe. Seems good. Lots of money again. No one wants to work! Every night, before class, every day at the end of my classes, I give the students a question to think about going into the next class, where I will start my class. And it's a way to get them to stay connected to our material as they leave the class for a day and do other things. At the beginning of today's class, the question is, why do we work? Why do we work? And every single one of them is going to say the same thing when they submit this. They're going to say, we work because we need money. I guarantee they will say that. They do every year. And then what I say is, I didn't ask you, why do we have jobs? I ask you, why do we work? And then we talk about meaning and values and alienation and all that good stuff. This, of course, plays into the thought that if people are not forced to engage in labor for the state or the owner, then people will not work. Now, of course, the case that people garden, people write books, people do art, people clean the house. This is work also. It's just individually directed work. All right. With the generous liberties we've granted the merchants, we've ended up with a situation where people will not do honest work anymore. That was not the plan. We lose 7 money for paying for the layabouts, apparently. I don't know. Thanks for that follow, I appreciate it. Plenty of money again. It is time in the scheme to build a new building. Let's look at the price of goods. Most expensive good we can build is still additional fine cloth. I think I want to build an RGO, though, simply to help my workers, my peasants, rather, have more jobs. So there's plenty of food piled up throughout my cities. Not in the Basilica, though. Basculata? Here, go make beeswax or wool or olives. Hey, we're Italian. Let's build some olives, thank you. Is that racist? I'm being so racist today. Gotta stop that. Next building, or next money we have, we spend on the army. We then spend a little bit more on a road. And that is how the structure goes over and over again. Bit by bit, building in a circle. So at this point, I've come to enjoy the game cycle, the gameplay loop. You'll recall in the Japanese playthrough, we did not enjoy the gameplay loop. This one, though, building bit by bit, improving the nations in ways that are somewhat obvious to us, feels really good to me. So 50 money again. The military needs to get built up. We do not have enough manpower. So I think we'll need to skip over this phase of building. That's fine. We could go ahead and build another manpower producing building, but I'm believing currently, because of my giant levies from many of the people throughout Naples, we do not need to worry at all about having a larger standing army. Next up then is a road if we can. So we'll return to road building from the capital. Let's keep this thing going right in the middle. We can make an order of Piedmont there. Sure. And then on to Bolzano. Buongiorno, Bolzano. Those of you who have played down this way, does the pile of Benevento there bother you? Benevento. What's it mean? Like good vento. I don't know what the root is there. Vento. Vento. Anyway, does the papal blotch bother you? It just means welcome. Oh, benvenuto. Thank you. Welcome indeed. Should I be insisting on getting it? Milan has the Renaissance. Milan is not me. I'm fairly sure. Where's Milan? All of these I know something, something, something Italy. Milan. Malt. Nope. Anyway, up north. Okay, I knew it was northern something. Ah, there it is. Milan's right here. Buenos dias, Milano. Aren't Milanos a kind of cookie, also? Possibly. Starting now in the 14th century, the wealthy and powerful in the Italian city-states have been patronizing arts and scholars willing to explore the old Roman and Greek societies of their forefathers. All right, doing Hellenistic thought here. I recognize just now that we have 2 artists living with us, and I haven't done a darned thing, unfortunately. I gotta figure out how to take care of the artists and have them make me nice things. Buongiorno! If you've not seen the film Inglourious Bastards, George Clooney plays this like over-the-top American character who decides to go undercover as an Italian man, and he can say like 3 words of Italian, all in this ridiculous accent. Buongiorno! And he talks to people who clearly speak Italian, or at least know what people who speak Italian sound like. It is an incredibly funny, engaging, thoughtful film in places, though as usual with Tarantino film, it aestheticizes violence in a way that I think... okay, it goes from the vulgar to the beautiful and back to the vulgar. It's one of these horseshoe moments. If your aestheticization goes too far, you return to like a vulgarity by being beyond the beautiful. Does that make sense? I think it might make sense. If not, I can argue it tomorrow, perhaps. Yeah, I think in his earlier films, Kill Bill, for example, Tarantino finds the right balance where violence becomes a dance, blood becomes paint on the walls, this kind of thing. I think generally that works pretty well. However, once he became overly aware of this thing he does, I think, he then began leaning into it and having more and more gore, I suppose. And so there's like tremendously gory scenes I don't think are aesthetically pleasing, but instead overwhelming. And that really turns me off. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, cultural movement, the Renaissance already encompasses most of the region and has had a profound impact on literature, art, philosophy, and music. Humanist scholars are also analyzing the society in which they live, comparing it to the ideals of classical philosophers. More democracy, more good. Renaissance humanism has grown into a more mature movement, ready to permeate all aspects of society. A new ideal for rulers, as well as those who are ruled, is spreading as quickly as the early printers can distribute copies of the ideas. A truly Renaissance humanist is an expert on everything from politics and philosophy to art, textual analysis, music, and architecture. The Renaissance is now ready to reshape the world to better fit its classical ideals. We need to work on having more court philosophers, people we pay to stand around us and send out bangers like, I don't know, you gotta understand what you fear, or you'll fear what you understand. Or what's actually a great line from the poet Novalis? What is it? It is the job of the intellect to make the familiar strange and the strange familiar. Something like that. Isn't that a great line? Like, when we attempt to look into the things that we understand, the things that are basic to our societies, they become very weird very quickly. Like, it's easy to think that a lot of things that we do are purely natural. But we recognize with contingency that a lot of things that are fundamental to society didn't have to be this way. It could have been otherwise. That's weird. Anyway, yesterday I listened to Regina Spektor's song. I think it's called Humanist. No, it's actually called Loveology, in which she suggests that the humanist attitude should encourage us to study deeply everything beyond, just like the scientific stance. And so it's called Loveology, the study of love. Throughout it, she lists other things that are worth studying as part of the human experience. Things like dataology. What is it to be a good father? I think it's absolutely wonderful. Also, I've mentioned before, Regina Spektor, one of the people on whom I have a tremendous crush, and my wife knows it. The other one is Rosario Dawson. These two people I find delightful. So smart, so interesting. Okay, how do institutions work? That is the next question for me. So the Renaissance has begun in Milan. That's not too far away. It's not spread to our locations yet. We need to have 20%, we need at least 20% to have been exposed to the Renaissance before we can embrace it. And currently 0% of the population have been exposed. Okay. How do these things spread, team? Okay. If we find an institution that's not spread quickly enough, we can try to promote the institution instead. Administrative ability, more good. Professional armies began in Paris. That's really far away. And I like my little army already. And then banking is not started yet. Banking can begin in a variety of places. Dubrovnik is mine, or as I have presence there. The other ones are unrelated to me. Huh. Okay. It seems like I was very unlikely to get any of the institutions. Fair enough. Okay, control is still very, very low. Assimilation's gonna take genuinely forever. I thought I had a third cabinet minister at one point. I don't know where that came from. Well, I'll hold off on the Renaissance for right now. I'd like to push for it, but I'm not quite sure when that will be, unfortunately. I will spread with trade eventually. Alright, gotta push our market power then. What's our little market look like right now? Market views down here. That's political. Market. There we go. I think we're about the same size at which we started. I'm glad that we still control the papacy. What does the green line mean, team? Okay. Does it mean that trade is going this way? So, or does it mean that Naples is expanding? Huh. Okay, so I'm able to go over each of these, seeing what our market axis is. Beyond that, it suddenly switches which market it is. Oh no! This event's in this game also. If I were to build a road to Chiusi, would that make them more likely to trade with me? Like, we're not going to be able to take from Venice, I don't think, but Geneva, maybe so. I guess one trouble with expanding our market is we have a lot of water nearby. Now, perhaps if I were to build or have more of a navy, we could grab territory somewhere. Okay, what do these lines mean? Maybe this means where the market is located. Okay, that does mean market is located there. Huh. Maybe if I take this over, I can force it into my markets? I don't know. If anyone has any ideas on expanding market, is it only based on, like, roads and, like, sea adjacency and the market draw buildings, market attraction buildings? Maybe. Anyway, here's the event. I thought it might be in the game. The people of the kingdom have always been superstitious, and the appearance of a comet in the sky has caused a panic among them. They're convinced it's a sign the end of times is near, or something terrible is going to happen in the near future. It's an omen. We lose stability. Lose 7 stability. Womp womp. Endless womp womp for us. Lots of money. It's time to build a road again. So, where are the roads and where ought they to be? We're trying to get into Bongiano, I believe. May I build from you here? Hey. We've attached another city? Town? What are you? It's a circle. Circle means city, right? Rural settlement, I apologize. But hopefully it's the case that they will get more biggerer by being better connected. In one of our playthroughs, I don't think it was this one, we had the legal prerogative to call places cities, as opposed to being merely towns. Recently, my favorite European city, Wrexham in Wales, became a city proper. We still say up the town when we're cheering for the club, because up the city feels awkward. I don't care about that. Unpressed CB up in Croatia, don't want to deal with that. We could start a war in Sicily. I know they're loyal to the Emperor, but do you have allies? They're creating a CB against Ascoli. They have a guarantee from Aragon. We're of similar size to them. They're far away, though. Hopefully. This is an alliance with the papacy? Wait. Did you change size? Wait, I thought that Sicily was part of the other side of the papal thing. What's your flag look like again? Wrong war. Wrong war, sorry. They're still on the same side. Namely, they're loyal to the Emperor, but they're being guaranteed by the Pope? Wait, that makes no sense. You're not loyal to the Pope, and he's protecting you. Huh. If I attack Sicily, does the Pope come too? Bizarre. So I can't, I mean, I could attack them, but I really shouldn't. Is there a way I can break that alliance? Hello, Pope guy. Is there a way I can encourage you to dislike Sicily? Okay, infiltrating the administration. I don't know what that does. Sabotage reputation. Target country gets negative opinion of chosen country. Okay, this is what I need, I believe. An X means they won't participate. Okay, I may have missed that. Thank you. If I declare here... Ah! The Pope will not join. Because the Pope is currently at war. That seems to be the big issue. Okay, thank you for noticing that. They're saying that we're weaker than they are. I think that's including the calculation of the Pope joining. Yeah? I mean, I need to develop the CB, obviously. But thank you for telling me that means they won't join. Okay, they have more standing army. Oh, they do have a bunch more levies also. So Aragon's huge, of course. Aragon is huge. Do I believe they can get to Sicily successfully? They have land right here. Never mind. This is not being done currently. I need a much larger army. In one tick here, I can make more standing army. It will not be enough. What can I do to get additional levies off the estates? In-ray military. Here's the levies button. Okay. Regiment from the Pops. When the units recruited, the Pops were reduced. The people are less trained. Fine. How does one determine what number of levies show up? I thought it was based on the estates. We'll find this team, don't worry. Okay, that says nothing. Is it based on crown power? Too many numbers. It's in the military tab. I thought I looked there, though. So I see that we can see the number of levies here. But I don't see why that number. Army levies here. That's my question. Why this number showing up as opposed to other numbers? Yeah, how that number? Give me calculation, please. Because I want to find a way to improve it. I'm feeling like an idiot briefly, team. I can hover with number. Thank you. I hovered over this number and just listed those. It's a further number inside. Okay. So, part of it is control. Part of it is how many rounds since last they went to battle. Piedmont is... okay. All right, team. Thank you for your assistance. Help me find it. Yeah, mailed knights. We put them in boxes, very, very large crates. We send them across the ocean, and ta-da! I don't think levy numbers are the big question right now. I think there are other things to worry about before that, namely my standing army. We'll be okay. Hovering on something yields more information. It's white, though. I think the blue thing should give more information when they're hovered. White things, no. Too confusing. Too confusing, everyone. Alright. The month's about to end, and then we get 50 troops, which are enough to make a, horseman unit, I believe. Hello, army. You have camp followers, you have footmen. It is time to get some horsies. Glorious. Cool. We have guilds. The burghers show up more and more, and they're increasingly literate. Okay, next up is food is cheaper. We don't really need that. Are we even buying any food? Nah. Expand the archives, more diplomacy. I guess that'd be fine. Roman Orthodoxy, better culture, or scholarly treatises. Embracing institutions cheaper. I intend to embrace the Renaissance fairly soon, so making that cheaper seems absolutely fantastic. Okay, I want to make a... what do I want now? So I just most recently did army, before that I did a road, before I did a burger building. I want to do a peasant building next, I believe. Some people are a little cranky with me right now. What's wrong with you all? Why are you sad? Okay, because I gave other estates power? No. Because... oh, because they're actually happier than they should be, I apologize. They're green, meaning above 50. So the nobility are the only ones who are kind of bummed, but they're moving back to good direction. Geneva has the banks. Geneva got the banks. So all of these lovely institutions coming out of Italy, they call it the Italian Renaissance for a reason. They should have called it the Neapolitan Renaissance, but no, not this time. Money lending has existed since metal-based coins appeared in antiquity. However, it depended on some individuals and their families. All right, one second. I want to look at artists. I keep meaning to look at artists, then forgetting to do so, and then remembering midway through reading long things. So where do my artists live? And what can I do with them, if anything? Are they society? Are they government? If you know where artists are hiding, I'd love to know. Not production, I assume. They might be hiding somewhere. There we go. Works of art. Maybe. So we have the Saint-Louis Toulouse crowning their Robert, our father. Okay. Is there a way to do something with an artist? Hire an artist. Do I not have any artists right now? Petrarch came to to visit us, rather. Oh, wait, one person's here. There are 3 artists in the country. Boccaccio, here we go. Petrarch, and Abate, I don't know that person. Okay. I'm allowed to hire an artist. Petrarch, you're with me. I need 357 money to get a work of art. Oh my goodness. I can give him a title of nobility so he hangs out with us more. You can't get or you can't build anything until patron of the arts. Okay. So the artists just hang out, which leads to more prestige, etc. But we're not able to ask them to make anything until we learn about that. Cool. I'm glad that at least we get more prestige for hanging out. Seems nice, thank you. All right, good to know. Back to banking. But a shift occurred in the Middle Ages, encouraged by the renewed growth of long-range commercial activities on the Eurasian continent and its peripheries. Specialized moneylenders began to organize when Jewish communities started operating between the Christian and Islamic worlds. However, the boom of credit demand that followed the Crusades in the 12th century encouraged merchants in the Italian city-states to create larger structures for money lending, effectively founding the first banking institutions such as the Peruzzi and Bardi houses. More instruments were developed like bills of exchange and debt bonds, and banking dynasties like the Medici, the Fuggers, and the Welser soon became as powerful as states. You will recall Augustine's arguments that charging loan fees, charging interest on giving money to other people is a sin for Christians. Even if you give money to non-Christians. This because you're charging once for the thing and once for the use of the thing. And what is to have the thing but to be able to use the thing? This was held as a profound restriction on Christians until around this period, when the Pope got clever and suggested that as long as it's not being usurious, as say charging unreasonable rates, one should get paid for your inability to use the thing. As well as for the thing itself. So there you go. If only Augustine had won, what a different world we'd be in. Alright. I don't know why this game is making me want to talk about little side quests, little like rabbit hole conversations about things I care about. It's probably because I don't have a banter about this game figured out yet. Like, I don't exactly know what I'm doing, and so rather than just saying I'm trying to fill time with other topics that come to mind. The side quests are amusing. As long as I'm amusing people, I feel like I've done a good thing, possibly. Possibly. And maybe occasionally people learn things they didn't know otherwise. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, building again. It is time to build building for the peasants. So, what does the Pope say today is about products as service? I mean, right, the official economic theory of the Catholic Church is called what? Distributism, in which justice must determine the way in which goods and services are allocated throughout a society. They understand justice as being responsiveness to the poor, as opposed to merely property rights. Goods as merely services or product as services, I suspect would not be supported by the current Catholic economic system because it does not benefit those who do not already have power. Maybe? That's what I'm going with on this one. Yeah, the Catholic Church is not socialist because they do believe in the importance of land ownership and fair work and so on. But they believe that justice must guide systems. It's very interesting. This, of course, then leads to the South American liberation theology movement, which says, look, the natural progression of the message of Jesus is the poor deserve power, gosh darn it. And so, priests start taking up guns in support of socialism. It's an amazing period to read about. All right, gotta focus, gotta build something. What good is desired today? What is the good? That's what I want to know. All right, most profitable, the good, that we can build more tools? No, there are a lot of tools. Not nearly enough beeswax. Mind your beeswax. All right, so currently, Calendarista, where the calendars come from, does not have enough workers. Oh, this is over in Greece, actually. Oh, this is a part of Greece I'm considering taking over directly at some point. They're a subject currently. I believe the king is... The prior king was married to the duchess's place, right. In Sora, we'll go ahead and create some more. Sora will create some more. That's a more. Rebels are starting a little bit. The nobility is cranky with me. They'll chill soon. The Francian Patriots are the prior king's culture. The new queen's culture is divergent. And the Orthodox are doing the Orthodox thing, wanting to return the Byzantine Emperor, and down in this area. If I had more cabinet people, I would work on trying to force them out. But right now we're working on our control. It's up by 2.4, good job. And assimilation, we're at 0.24%. Team, does it make sense to stop on assimilation right now? Like, we're at 68 points in assimilation. How many assimilation points do we actually need for this? Wait, assimilation is culture. I apologize. I was going to do up here instead. I confused two ideas. So Northern Dalmatia is our subject. And I intend to eventually ask them to annex into us. However, I can't do that until 1351. And they gotta like me more. Okay. So assimilation is merely fixing culture. I don't care as much about that. Do I? I think improving their culture will lead to their being more loyal to me, maybe. Or making progress in taking Sicily. I'm currently working on I'm currently working on getting enough manpower to make a bigger army. We're currently losing manpower. Why? Are we standing in a pile of disease, maybe? We shouldn't be losing manpower right now. If I were a disease, where would I live? Government, economy, population, maybe demography? No. Population? No. Diplomacy? No. Military? No. Geopolitics? Geography? None of the above, possibly? Oh, we can search for it instead. Bring me disease, please. There we go. So diseases here. There aren't any, maybe? Yeah, I'm refilling the army a little bit. But why? Or, because you're not allowed to build a unit unless you have the manpower for it. Maybe there was a disease there and some of them died, and now they're refilling very, very slowly. I think my next building, this was not the plan, but next building is going to be a give me more sergeants, more good. I'd like to have more troops. Manpower. To owner? No. Manpower monthly. Yes. More sergeants. Can't build any sergeants. Why not? You can have one per location. Can't be a rural settlement. Settlement, rather. Okay, Duras already has one also. So maybe manpower can only go into the square thing, into towns. The question is how to turn my... Well, Bear is a town, and it's mine. Huh. There's soldiers hanging out. And Kona has been taken by the other team. Only capitals can have it. Okay, so only capitals. Meaning for right now, I can only have that one manpower building. I'm guessing I can eventually tech up and find more. Possibly. Friends, 11 o'clock my time. Time for a quick little ad break. I'm going to go ahead and take 3-minute AFK myself while the ads are running. I'll return on the other side of that to continue figuring out the many, many, many tricky mechanics Thank you for helping me get through this game. Thank you for learning along with me. I'm having a great time exploring, and I hope that you are also. We'll see you in 3 minutes when the ad break is done. While I'm gone, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I don't know. What's your favorite fact about Italian history? And don't tell me about the Ninja Turtles. Have a nice chat. Back in 3, and thank you for your kindness as always. Hello again. Alright, thanks for hanging out while I was gone. I do appreciate it. As I mentioned in the intro, I think I'm a little under the weather. I just had a little headache coming on now to go with my sore throat and sniffling, and so I took some medicine real quick. Hopefully feeling better. We'll see. But good to see you all. Thanks for being here again. Yeah, our Neapolitan playthrough continues. Olafson, good seeing you. You were in Naples last week. The bike guide told you a crosswalk is a painting on the street with no meaning. That's amazing. I mean, if you're in a place that has so much art, I wonder if you get kind of bored of all of the art. In the same way, I grew up in an area that has a lot of corn everywhere. And so, man, I get kind of bored looking at corn. If they're beautiful statues, that old thing? I don't know. Genopolis, thank you for being a friend. Thanks for that resubscription. 10 months in total. Hope I feel a little better. I also hope I'm feeling a little better soon. Hope it's one of these quick things. I'm feeling, okay. It's not in any matter like go and get into bed and never get out again, but it's just a little bit of discomfort. But thank you for your kindness now for sure. Did I I think I talked about building a building for the poor. I then got distracted by building a building for the army, so not right now. We need livestock. This building does what? Maximum profit versus RGO maximum profit. Alright, RGO it is. This one belongs to Albania. Right. We build in Albania across the sea, maybe. Aliano and Rossano, you each get one. Question about Croatia in chat. We took part of Croatia earlier. Unfortunately, they were friends with Hungary, and I couldn't do a darn thing against them. Let's go and see if they still have friends or no. Those are the long truces. Ooh, they have a truce with Hungary. I think truces start when someone leaves an alliance. Is that true? They're guaranteed. Wait, this is Naples. Wrong page, sorry. Let's try it again. Relations. There we go, there we go. Or is this a bug? Naples has their subjects guaranteed by Byzantium. Croatia. Click on flag. Okay, so relations does not show their relations, it shows my relations. Thanks, I hate it, I believe. I believe thanks, I hate it is the phrase I want there. Alright, here is their material. So, rivals, enemies. I'll learn all the pictures eventually. Alliances. Croatia has lost their big alliances. They've announced with Padua only, a quite minor power. So, I suspect it's the case that a lot of folks here want to gobble up Croatia as fast as possible. They're currently annulling a treaty with Serbia. They have truces with a ton of folks, many of which will end more or less simultaneously. So I think it's the case that I will be attacking Croatia as soon as the possessive truces end. Truces of Croatia, fun apostrophe. Okay, they have a CB against me. I have a CB on them. Is there anything I'm missing here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so that's going to end in 2 years' time. I plan to march on Croatia in 2 years. Sicily is still allied with Aragon. As long as that continues, I cannot take Sicily unless I have a much, much larger army. Yeah, they're still involved. Huge, huge, huge levies coming across the ocean. I mean, I guess the one thing to say is Aragorn does not have the world's largest navy. So it might take a while to bring the troops over. Is it enough time for us to siege on everything? Probably not. Probably not. Let's see, though. Eventually. Lots of money again. Let's build a road. Continue building roads. So we finished one to Bondiono, I believe. Yeah? Yeah. So I want to build to here. 240 money to do so. I guess I'll build through Trivento as a way of getting to 2 other cities eventually. Cool. These are merely gravel roads, so darn basic. But I just love thinking of the connection. What would it be to grow up in one place and never go anywhere else, in part because there are no roads? And then one day, some workers show up and say, hey, the king wanted us to give you this road. Feel free to go places now. Bizarre. I mean, this is one thing we often talk about, right? The way in which one of the marks of our modernity is it's very easy and indeed expected that one goes far away from home in order to find work. This is a radically new phenomenon. For a large portion of human history, humans didn't go very far away from where they're born unless they were chasing after water and food, mostly water. What a novelty that now we can easily relocate our lives anywhere, and people often do so to find a place to do a job. It's crazy, crazy. I think that one of the more interesting phenomena of the contemporary world is that many of us do not feel connected to the place we live. Where for a very long time, part of what it was to be a human was to belong to a place. Now this of course leads to nationalism and so on, but yeah, for many of us, I think where we live is as contingent a fact as like what football team we root for. Not sure. But I think that like place and physicality is increasingly being forgotten, in part because we live in these digital worlds that are nowhere, and yet must be thought of as somewhere for us to understand it. I don't know. Okay, the Queen has now ascended to rulership. The country's in mourning over the loss of the last king. That's not true. He died 6 years ago. There she is, really quite average in terms of education, and she's a bit of a dum-dum, unfortunately, but there she goes. So I believe that she is the Queen of Provence also, correct? Correct? There she is. So once again, the personal union has been established. I think we want to return. We have spent more than 50 years in a union with them. I wonder if this reset because it went to a regency while the Queen was a child. Is there a way to see how long we've been in relationship with them? I'm sure there's something somewhere. We just need to find it. Okay, if I return to the ask them to unify with me button, there's nothing listed here for being forever ago. Also, they have a lot of reasons not to do this. Regardless, not important right now. We are already working on making them like us more. Let's keep that going for this foreseeable future. Okay, now that our queen is an adult, the most important thing is to find a marriage for her. She's already married. Did I do this? To quote the poet, did I do that? I must have. Okay. The heir to Croatia, a Hungarian person. Your father was the king of Hungary. I wonder if I made that marriage to try to keep Hungary off my back when I was fighting Croatia. Anyway, happy marriage. You are the heir to Croatia itself. Soon enough, Croatia will be mine. Maybe I'll make you a ruler, probably not. Hello, Selden, it's good seeing you. If we want to, we can take control of the papacy if I have a lot more religious power. As of right now, oh boy, where is it? There's some page somewhere that shows my religious power over the Pope. I got no idea where it is. So, hope you're a pretty good day, seriously. Always nice having you stop by. Hope life's been a-okay. Oh boy. Where is your religion, my dear? We're gonna find it, team. We're gonna find it, because one of you were gonna say, Resorty, the page you're looking for about religion is ... That says relations, not religions. Religion. Haha, we found it, okay. So, if we want to declare that the pape is subordinate to us, we burn 100 religious influence. We have 23 right now. Also, the clergy get angry, whatever. So 100 religious influence is what we need to have. Good. Infinite Direct, thank you for helping me find this page. It took a while to get there, but we got there. Anyway, Happy Queen. Hopefully an heir comes along before too long. I would love to return to a son running the show, but we'll see. Life's interesting. Seldon, you're back in the UK, right? Hopefully it's going okay there. I'm glad you have a computer again. I know for a while, no computer. That's brutal, but all my love to you sincerely, and I'm glad you're part of our community. The clergy have been scandalous once again. Do we pull a Jesus, get a whip out, and start cleansing them? We gain stability for doing so. That'd be cool. Or we ignore corruption, but get some money, and the clergy get happier. I do like money, but I like stability even more. I don't remember what I have to do soon that's going to sink stability. Whatever it is, we need to keep hoarding it for sure. Okay, we're still losing manpower. Our army is nearly full, though, back at 200. So that'll be a lovely, lovely thing. Another outbreak. Naples has typhus. This deathly sickness creates on those stricken by it a great deal of fever, a big red rash that might extend over the body, and a confusion of the mind that might get worse to the point of a full-on delirium. Those poor souls that reach that point would develop gangrenous lesions and invariably die. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna move the army out. I don't know if they can actually get sick. I know in CK3 they can. I said it could be a good idea for me to build a hospital at some point. I believe it might now be a good idea to build a hospital. Is that a nobility building? No. Is it a cleric building? Yes. 162 to build our first hospital. Also, scriptoria are very, very good. I should be building more scriptoria. Getting books going. Okay. I'm saving for the hospital. Definitely. Now, I believe I'm allowed to send the queen into hiding if there's a disease going. Okay, where are the diseases? They're hard to see, aren't they? I wish they were colored a little more fully. So it is the case that Naples is currently rock and roll with typhus. I can see that. I wonder why I've chosen such bland colors. I'm used to like really vibrant, bloody, terrible colors for diseases in CK3. This is probably a DLC, right? I think that I'm making comparisons between a fully kitted out DLC heavy version of other games where of course it looks boring. So that in a few months they say, oh, wouldn't you love to easily see diseases, to have more disease related events? Wouldn't it be fun to have diseases as a fully integrated part of the game? And I say, yes, here is my $25. Ooh, pretty colors. This is my life. My life is wanting CK3 to be more better. Not CK3, actually any Paradox game more better. Any guesses what the first DLC will be for this game? I'm not sure if they announced it actually, but I would love to know what you're guessing at least, if not what you already know about the future of EU5 DLCs. Hey, we've learned a little bit about a path down to Northern Africa. You bought a DLC, you can farm onions and raise Highland cattle. Yeah, I mean, there's something interesting to say about the DLC model and how some of us are absolute saps who will buy basically anything they put before us. In the Magic the Gathering world, they refer to this as slop, and that we're piggies for buying up the slop of contemporary Magic. I think that Magic is doing nothing that Paradox has not already done with more and more expansions, and I love them. When I have free money, I want them all. Maybe it's like, if it's the case that there's a best possible version of the game that I play, and they promise it will be that best possible version if I just buy this one more thing, I will always buy this one more thing if I have the money for it. Yeah, it might be a little FOMO. A little FOMO over here on the mechanics. And I think the problem, though, is if Paradox says, you will love this new edition, it'll make the game more better than ever before, and then it's like the Stellaris DLC, where it is not more better, but actually makes me hate the game, I'm so repelled by it that I don't want to play it anymore. Yeah, I think that's the danger of DLC for me. It might spoil the game, because I do want to play with all DLC on for our collective enjoyment. But yeah, I think the recent DLC of Stellaris makes you not want to play Stellaris. It's a weird feeling. The Avatar looks good. Tiger Burning, I don't know Avatar at all, so I'm skipping that set. Most likely. I might buy a pack or two just for fun, but no, I don't want anime Magic the Gathering, just not for me. Risi Galeotto is here from Sicily. He's offering his service to the Neapolitan monarchy if we protect him from Sicilian king. I think the answer is heck yes. Yeah, Sicily hates me, but who cares? Who cares what Sicilians think? Is this how the mob comes after us? Not to engage in unfair cultural stereotypes. I think this might be how the mob comes for us. Okay, the Pope is currently founding a town. This is something I don't yet know how to do. So right here is a collection of buildings. Which DLC made me hate the game? So I think there are two things that come to mind. Number one, a number of the DLC mechanics in a row felt like the exact same thing with different words for them. A lot of go to this location, do this thing that costs resources, and then get some stories. Now, I love stories in my games. They make the game world immersive and interesting and repeatably playable in a really great way. And if it just said, look, here come some stories, I'd be fine. Yeah, I think there were 3 or 4 mechanics that felt identical but were sold as separate. That bothered me. The weather one, though. It is the weather one, the weather one, the weather one made me just so displeased. It was the storm one. Yeah, it was the storm one that made me feel so alienated from the game. And I know I could just play with the storm one off, but it was a swing and a miss for so many people, I think. I don't know. I don't remember well enough. You can upgrade with the little button at top left. Aha! Right here. It's a bunch of money to upgrade it. A question is, what is the advantage of doing this, I suppose? I don't know. Hey, my Aunt Hot, what a great name. You tried playing this game for the first time today, your nobles screwed you up with all the power. Yeah, I mean, one of the... Hello, game? Hello, game? There we go. There's an event I'm out of the way. One of the most important things when playing this game is the protection of crown power. This must be above 25 no matter what. If it drops below 25, it is likely the case that you're in a spiral from which you cannot recover. At least that's been my experience so far. So protecting this number and being absolutely certain that any decision one makes with the other estates does not take you under 25 is so important. But yeah, the nobility are getting more and more power. I want to start stripping them of rights at some point, but for the moment, I don't have the stability for it, certainly. Some buildings can only be built in urban locations. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thanks, Judge. Thanks, Your Honor. Alright, the Sicilian exile is here now. He's thankful for being granted asylum. However, he's drawn attention to the fact there are many other Sicilian notables in his position. Men of great wisdom and influence, he insists. It could be useful to allow them in our court. We wish to step up opposition to Sicilian ambitions. So while I'm absolutely on board with weakening the Sicilians in any way we can, I worry a tiny little bit about, are these people spies? So we will take them in. 100 Sicilians will show up for the next 60 months. Sicily hates me, and an event called Exiles in Naples happens. Or, no thank you, we lose prestige. So where are they coming to? Valdenoto into Terra del Lavoro. So they're leaving here and going to here. They're coming to my capital. Okay. I mean, yes. This might lead to cultural confusion. It's possible that Sicily will give me a formal naughty note saying, you're stealing our gerbs and our people. But for right now, at least, I'm selfishly doing anything I can to harm them, clearly. I wonder how much money the Pope's making a turn. Like, does the Pope get all the taxes of all the churches in the world? Oh, there's currently a region to the Papal States. They're still in an interregnum? Wait, really? Huh, they've been in interregnum for a very long time. Huh. Are they voting for a pope? Is the pope living somewhere else, possibly? I think normally when you click the Catholic Church, the pope's right here. There's no way there's a boy pope. That's not a thing. Yeah. The chair is vacant. Brotherman's spending big, though. The game does have conclave mechanics. Cool. I know we're allowed to push for a cardinal at some point. I look forward to learning about the conclave. It's not possible to play as the papacy, correct? No theocracy still? Or can one play as the Pope and spread the good news to Jerusalem once? It is possible. Okay. I'm used to CK3 where there's absolutely no... yeah, absolutely no theocracy play at all. Am I saving for 116, 160, 165? Whew, okay. Only one more month. Hopefully this is good, though. EU5 had fun Papal State mechanics. Or EU4, sorry. I haven't played enough EU4 at all. I think I've now... Is that true? One second. No, I've not yet played more EU5 than EU4, but we're getting close. I'm almost certain I will be better at EU5 than EU4, in part because it's a game I'm more comfortable with. Any of you who follow the EU4 community or major EU4 streamers and their chats, has there been a successful movement from EU4 to EU5, or people falling back to EU4 / not leaving EU4? I'm someone who's always happy to play the newest version of the game. I'm someone who's totally happy just, I don't know, figuring out what's new. I don't have any like special attraction to old versions of games. When CK3 came out, I said, okay, fine, buy CK2. But I know that some people feel very, very strongly about their game to be a certain way. Many people have all migrated en masse. Okay, cool. EU4 for multiplayer, a permanent change. Cool. I mean, I know that I don't want to say streamers determine the world by any means, but I know that some stream communities will follow their streamer. So if I said I'm only playing CK2 from here forward, some of you would leave immediately. Fine. But also I'm guessing more of you start playing CK2 than did previously. And so if Flory Worry said, okay, no more EU4 back to no more EU5 back to EU4, that'd probably have an effect on the EU community. Fascinating. Okay, the Neapolitan Provençal Union has called for a vote. So we're the leader of it, but someone else, the people of Mondovi, where's that? Wait, I didn't realize that Mondovi was part of us. They're right here. So next door to Provence is a little place that's also quote-unquote ours. And they have a petition. They want us to think about the law. What do we want? I mean, how do I tell what they voted for? Is it time for seniority? Since someone raised it, sure, I vote for I'm the big boy in this group and all the rest of you are my juniors. I haven't played that way before. It'd be fun to see how that works. We don't get as much stability if we move away from federalization, I think, but yeah, I love that so many people have moved over to the EU5. I like that EU5 has brought together communities from many different Paradox games. It's really, really great that, yeah, it's not just the, oh, we're people who play CK, oh, we're people who play Victoria, but instead, we're all kind of here now. I'm guessing the Hearts of Iron streamers are still playing Hearts of Iron. Exactly, because there's no division templates. What's this war here? Wait, who's fighting what? Who's fighting what here? Siena is fighting against Siena. That's not quite right. Siena's at war with Arthin, Arezzo. So two city-states are having a little spat real quick. See how that goes. You've even seen Hearts of Iron players run this game. That's cool. I hope that this game's a big success for Paradox. Many of their recent releases have been major write-offs, 4 players, etc. I mean, that is very unfortunate, of course. We got money. We don't got troops, we got money. So it's time to build some building that will build us money. They want coal. Can I make coal for you all? I can. It's not ultra productive. I can make books also. It says we make books. It is not the most productive, but let's put some people to work. Naples has people to employ in bookery. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Have I tried AUH for CK3? I don't know what AUH... Oh, wait. All Under Heaven. The most recent DLC. Yes, we did a China playthrough. I found it very interesting the way there could be a compelling game loop in completely non-combative play. I enjoyed my Chinese playthrough. It's a little bit weirdly disruptive, that you work very hard in one area, and then surprise, you work somewhere else. So yeah, I enjoyed All Under Heaven. I didn't have a chance to do a Japanese playthrough yet. I intend to at some point. I think. The Catholic Church has put forward the idea of a mensa aeterna Dei. God is immense and eternal. I get a vote on this one if I want to. What are you? Reorganize the Roman Curia, establishing permanent congregations of cardinals to advise the Pope. Is there a reason not to do that? It just makes the Catholic Church... No. It makes things like the Renaissance spread, question mark, to other Catholics faster. Hey, the Pope also. Okay. He's Languedocian. This is French. A French Pope. He is careful, industrious, embezzling, and a coward. Cool. Cool. Sure, let's have some people to help him out and help us get our institution spread. I guess if you're the group that starts the institution, maybe you don't want to spread. Is that true? Because they've done an advantage on other people? You wouldn't be surprised if people are saying EU5 is the best game Paradox has ever made. Hideous, I'm already feeling that way a little bit. Once I got over the really, really horrible moment of I don't know what I'm doing, there are too many buttons, this feels bad. Like, the first 2 days of streaming this were complete and utter confusion. And I'm guessing there's a population of gamers who bounce off at that moment. For many games, that experience of learning how to even play the thing needs to resolve in 15 or 20 minutes, or they want to turn away. And this game cannot possibly be learned that way. But yeah, after only 30 or 40 hours of play right now, I'm comfortable saying that this has the potential, at least, to be the most amazing Paradox game I've ever played. because it does bring together so many really fun and interesting mechanics. And that's exactly what Johan said he wanted to do, right? It is the case that Paradox said we're gonna make this thing a team of all-stars. I think they've done that. I'm now curious. Friends. I have a big curiosity. I must determine the answer at once. Show me Paradox stock. Son of a gun. Come on. Come on. The best game they've ever released. We bought here or so. We bought here or so. Oh man, tough economy indeed. Oh man, one of these days, due to the power of inflation, we'll climb out of this. Vampire probably didn't help. I mean, the big issue is Lamplighters League. Lamplighters League is the one where they wrote down millions and millions of dollars and abandoned the game instantaneously. It's only been out a week or so. Yeah, but it should be priced in. We all knew it was releasing. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, there were some rough releases in here. Paradox, I love you. I'm in the 5-year. Yeah, so I'm in the 5-year simply because I bought before the last year. So I need to make sure I can indicate where I bought. And again, it's just for a meme, I swear. I am curious how many people are playing EU. Has been building its player base, or is instead falling off. It was on the very front page when I looked. Okay, don't see it there. Okay, it's fallen off the hot releases. That's fine. There you are. I mean, numbers go up. Numbers are green, that's good. Show me people in game. I mean, the 9th and 10th is the weekend, I believe. So yeah, other than giant release hype day, it's maintaining to growing in the daily cycle. That is really fantastic. I mean, anytime I see something, I'm just happy, because it suggests that the game is in a healthy position and might well build something quite good before too long. There are 3 DLCs. I have all these already. We're good. Show me EU4. Show me EU4. Yeah. Oh no, panic! What happened? Let's go 6 months on this one. Yeah. So this is a case where you do see a really successful move over. The hard drop off without a clear bounce back. Yeah, again, this is just weekend numbers. So had EU5 failed, you would see a really big bounce back coming off the weekend. That just didn't happen. Fantastic. Very happy with that. For CK3 and Vicky, so I'm guessing it's the case that all of these games will have dropped off in the past week in a way that suggests that, yeah, number down. Hello? Oh, yeah, okay. So in the past week, so not as big of a number down. Oh, that's not true. It is true. I'm sorry. From 49,000 peak to 30 some. Yeah. So it was, again, 10 to 15,000 players have presumably moved over to EU. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's go check Victoria also. Oh, good call. CK3 also is a DLC. Hard to tell then. 4,000 on Victoria 3. Oh, I knew it was one of the less popular of the current games. Yeah, we do see the march down. So again, I do assume that people are shifting over and see how it goes. But I heard it wasn't that bad. You want to see Hearts of Iron also? Are we going to do all of them? Is that what we're doing here? I think I'm going to do all of them here. That's okay. Number's yellow. And, I mean, yeah. So there is a slighter drop-off here. It's kind of expected. Yeah, very slight drop-off. Imperator, don't make me sad. I mean, here's the one's always kind of funny. Okay. I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna check Imperator. Guess right now, friends. Are more people playing Lamplighters League, Imperator, or Star Trek Infinite, or Star Trek Infinity? My guess is there'll be the most people on Imperator, then Lamplighters League, and then the Star Trek game. Let's find out. Let's find out right here. Lamplighters League, the peak in the past week is 45 people. 45 people good. Imperator, I think, will be over 200. 305 right now. Wow, 600 or so. That's great. That's great. You'll recall that, yeah, we were part of a push here to get a patch on Imperator that actually worked. And so it went from 700 up to 1,000 for a while. And then the poor Star Trek game. Star Trek Infinite. 50 people. 50 people are still keeping the faith. This was one of the most disappointing moments of my past few years. I recall when this game was announced, I said, I am overly hopeful and excited. There's no way it can meet my expectations, my desires, my hopes. It was a disaster. An unmitigated disaster. I think I had fun playing the game for about 20 minutes. And then it was just sad. Oh, man. Money howls, daggers talk, speak. I don't remember. Anyway, that feels bad to even think about. So, let's get back to the game we're enjoying. Always fun to see how the gaming communities move around. I think, it's often the case that, not on Twitch, but I think it's very easy to be a totally isolated gamer and say, I'm just playing my games, not thinking at all about how other people are playing them. I really enjoy seeing how different people implicitly come together and hopefully have a good time as they play games. Let's build a road. It's time to build a road again. I want to build a road to Foge, Luker, and so on. Okay. There's a road. $100. And then we connect to Bojano. And we'll have this road to another city. Okay, one more tick will do it. You recommend giving the New Horizons mod on Stellaris a whirl. Is that the Star Trek mod where I loaded it up and I was so excited? I'm like, I'm Captain Kirk. Let's go do some cool things. And then I got into my first battle and the Enterprise exploded. And I couldn't find any way to build. And it felt so unbelievably horrible. Yeah, battle number 1. Battle number 1. There's already a road there. Yeah, battle number 1, we lost the Enterprise. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Black news. The Prince Consort Anjou Andros has conspired with his close kin, the King of... Are you hungry? The King of Hungary. Together, they've bribed the Pope, asking him to crown the current king as King of Naples. He's trying to use the patriarchy to supersede his wife. Blinded by coin, the filthy French Pope has accepted and has announced a date of coronation. This has enraged the nobility, who refuse to be ruled by a foreigner. Our spies have discovered a faction of angry members of the nobility are forming a conspiracy and gathering resources to assassinate our current consort before the coronation happens. The consort has forced us, let the nobility kill him. I mean, this is what I feel immediately. It's also what history says. But no, we worked incredibly hard to get our prior king's niece, I believe, into power. We're not going to allow some man with a big hat to tell us that some guy gets to rule. Look, it's 1344. It is time for -5 wave feminism. Negative 5th wave feminism. Here we go. Or we can say we believe the Pope's rule. Absolutely not. Alright, the consort dies, nobility happy, hungry, big, angry. They might come try to seize my throne. Very well. Sad news, they say. Sad news. I'm surprised it's listed as sad news. Anyway, he was assassinated in Naples. I can't believe it. Who gets to be the next queen, or next king, rather? Looks like there's no one who currently wants a royal marriage with our queen. They have a suspicion that maybe possibly off with their head next. Yeah. Okay. Is there a way... Oh, is the issue I have no diplomats ready to ask for this? Restart the Reformation. I think we should absolutely start the Reformation in the heart of Naples. Or, more properly, this is going to make me want to go ahead and dominate the papacy. What happens if you go negative on religious influence? Am I allowed to? Oh, I already did so. Wait, no, that's broken. I had 25. I pushed the button that was -100, and it just went to 0. Oh, I didn't mean to take advantage of a bug there. Or is it just saying that you... No, it has to mean something. Anyway, we are now in charge of the papacy, we've decided. Clergy big cranky, whatever. I shouldn't be allowed to push that button. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Disallowed. Yeah, I get that it doesn't go negative, but you shouldn't be allowed to do it if you don't have 100. Because if not... I mean, maybe you should be allowed to. I don't know. I don't know. It's lose, not pay. Interesting, okay. So we can just assert it. The only penalty then is that the clergy are angry. Fascinating. Fascinating, fascinating. Okay, so we need to get a diplomat again. That's what I was working on. Hello, numbers. Diplomatic spending through the roof. 0.3 coming in. Hey! Achaea's at 180 friendship points. Where is annex them? If I have a diplomat, I can bring this part of Greece into us. Now, there's probably reasons not to do that. However, I'd like to do that. So we want this diplomat to bring him home. Bring him home. Okay. So stopping that diplomat, does that then stop the spend on diplomacy? Oh, isn't it once the points are spent, they never, ever, ever come back? I think I keep imagining the diplomat we're spending as returning home. Anyway, things are happening here. A crown princess is now age 16. She's our current heir as the ruler's youngest sister. Also, Filippo Anghio, age 16. Great. So little girl here has above average on everything, and she's ambitious. I wouldn't mind staying with a line of women. Okay. We can marry her off some random noble locally. I'm going to hold off till I can find a royal marriage for her also. More prestige, more good. Alright, so a month and a half, 2 months, we'll get enough diplomats again. Yeah, I wish it were listed not as spending a diplomat, but instead of spending diplomacy points. I think it makes a lot more sense, frankly. Influenza is ravaging our nation once more. By the way, the nobility has announced that we don't have optimal national power. They've given me 6 more manpower. I don't want to mock that, but 6 coming in is not very many, frankly. So 1 or 2 more ticks. Also, FYI, next ad break I'm going to need to go. As I mentioned, today I'm not going to go teach in person. I'm going to record a lecture instead, because I'm not feeling super great and don't want to cough on the students. So I'll be leaving an hour early today for the 2nd day in a row, maybe. No, I didn't leave early yesterday, so I apologize for leaving an hour early, but gotta make a lecture notes, gotta figure out what I'm gonna say to the students, how to be witty and charming on the camera. Hello, students. It's your boy Resorty. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. As I said, I could possibly share with you all the video of my lecture if you wanna see that. 1 more tick on that. We just built a road. We'll see. Since we off the king, wasn't the way to declare war in Croatia? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Is that the only reason I had the CB? No diplomat. Okay, I'm gonna open your country page and ¿Dónde está CBs? Naples has a CB against Croatia. We can claim the throne until December of this year. Our truce falls off in May of this year. Thanks for asking for me to look, lazy device. We gotta declare this war very, very soon. Okay. So after May goes through, it is time to march on Croatia, no matter what else we're up to. More diplomacy, food cheaper, more culturations, more improved relations, or privileges are cheaper to grant. At this point, I'm gonna look and see what I want that's down the line. Also, I should look at the governmental reforms. I set up certain reforms as the game began, and then didn't think it all past that. Okay, so we go down the diplomacy line. There's a lot unlocking, including medieval sailing. We're a little behind the times on these things. If we go down the line of privileges being cheaper, we can strengthen our economy and making wars with no CBs cheaper. I don't care about that right now. Record all the lectures, freebie philosophy class. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I like sharing quote-unquote content with you all, however. We're going the diplomacy side so I can eventually strengthen my army. When do I get propaganda? Can't wait. I'm gonna send the good news to everyone. 1 more tick. Come on, diplomacy, you can do it. 1 more tick. And then May, we must fight. How am I gonna remember that? In May we fight? We'll see. Thunderclap Sasquatch insists if you're in the northern USA or Canada, go outside. The northern lights are pushing south. Thunderclap? Please don't use all caps. That said, that's pretty cool. A post-it note. So, Knave, you're a genius. It's more fun, though, if I say, oh no, how will I remember XYZ? And then people like you come back tomorrow and say, hey, Resorty, remember this thing? And I go, oh, thanks for reminding me. And in that way, we have a nice connection. That said, I should just write things down in case people don't come back and talk to me again. I'm manipulating you? No, I'm encouraging chat interactivity. That's how this goes. One more diplomat. I want to marry off the queen so badly. Did anyone remind me to change the settings before going into game today? No unnamed comment, and you were here at the beginning. I need to change the autosave timer. That's what I need to change in a big old way. Alright, how is changing the culture of Calabria Ultra going? Well, not terribly well. It is the least Neapolitan area of us all. I'm going to change him over to helping with control again, I believe. That seems sensible. Control. Control. Where is control? No, but really. Huh. Can only one person do control at a time? I don't know. It's all good, Thunderclap. I'm very glad you're excited about being able to see the Northern Lights. I wish we could see them from here, but we're too far south, unfortunately. Okay. What do I care about? Conversion is by the sword. Alright. Make people Catholic, please. The most Catholic place is our capital. The least Catholic place is the Orthodox boot. Drive out the Orthodox boot and thank you. Only one controller at a time? Cool. So February, March. I have to actually count months, I apologize. I confused March and May in terms of their order in the list. My wife is so amazing, and maybe you're like her also. When she thinks of things like the months, she immediately sees a timeline inside of her head. Immediately sees them in a graphical representation, says, oh, of course March comes before May. With me, gotta count through. Like a child. How embarrassing. I shouldn't admit to these things. I should have you believe that I am a superior big brain intellect who knows all and sees all. Alright, the Sicilians and the Ascalanes have gone to war. Who are the Ascalanes, I wonder? Maybe the country page as usual. Alright, so Aragon might get distracted. Ascoli. Ascoli. It's a minor power up here, going to war with Sicily. Well, good luck. Or is Sicily trying to take them, I wonder? Okay. So on this war, has Aragon gotten involved? They haven't. Does this mean that they definitely will not get involved? Hey, Vel, how's it going? If Aragon's not going to get involved, I can get involved and beat the dickens out of Sicily. If I push this button, does it show me how this thing works? Huh. 7 years have passed this game. We're 1.5 on the way to the endgame stream. I definitely paused the game a lot. Okay, team. I need to go fight a war in Croatia in 2 months. I want to contain Sicily. However, I need to go fight a war in 2 months. I believe the wise call is to not intervene. However, when did I ever show wisdom? Unfortunately, friends, it is noon o'clock my time, noon 11 actually. I need to go away and record a lecture. Thank you for being here today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I had so much fun. Tomorrow, more of this game. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're doing. Tomorrow, hopefully we can make the peasant lives better and your life better also. It's going to be a good time. See, Sicily is weak, but at the same time, Sicily also is protected by Aragon. So if Aragon's coming in, we got big problems. We'll figure out tomorrow. I look forward to it. I say thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you again real soon. Goodbye, friends.